everybody, what's going on? It's Andy, aka Ghosts, and we're back with another Layer 1 beginner bracket. This is number 6 for April 7th, 2026. The Wheel of Fate is still turning. We have a fresh batch of relative newcomers to the BlazBlue Central Fiction scene. So for those of you that don't know, I'm going to warn you, I repeat myself on all these broadcasts. They're intended for new players, right? So we assume nobody's seen the previous ones, that they don't know what they're watching. That's the whole point of these brackets, is to get new players up on the game, because it's an old game and it's not super easy to get into. So Layer 1, the goal is to create an environment where new players can find each other, play, sharpen their skills, and then hopefully move on to intermediate skill level tournaments. So again, my name's Andy, aka Ghosts. I'm the host tonight, and I'll be flying solo again. And as usual, we have Jen running the bracket. Thank God, because if she's not around, this all is it's extremely impossible. So let's go over the rules real quick. I will warn everybody, I still have a lingering bit of the plague from last time, so you might hear me cough real loud on the VOD. I did notice it kind of blew the speakers out, so I'm going to try to cover the mic when that happens, but no promises. I don't think you can get it through the internet, so don't worry too much. Anyway, here's the rules for the bracket. Whoa. So, whoa, it's been a while since I did this. So, this is a pretty traditional double elimination bracket. Most of the games are played with the standard BlazBlue rule set, where you go first to 2 in 2-round matches with a 99-second time limit. And then we have some rules around connections, because we've had some issues with that in the past. Hopefully those don't come up anymore, because I now vet most of the connections if they're like overseas, if it's going to be across continents, that kind of thing. So I'll warn everybody too, Layer 1 broadcasts are cursed with connection issues. Like right now, for example. Anyway, we have all kinds of issues. The stream crashes, that kind of. I mean, I'm sure people are used to seeing that if you've seen more than one of these. But if you haven't, this is not a professional production. This is the 6th time I've ever streamed in my life. So, temper expectations is what I would say. But we always have a good time with these. Very interesting, exciting, and unpredictable beginner gameplay. Now, we have a good roster here tonight. We have some returning faces, and then we have some kind of old hands to the Layer 1 scene as well. So, good mix of characters as well, and some new characters that we have not seen before. Yes, and it is BBCF, baby! Drunken E-Dubs up in the chat. Mr. Speeder, also up in here, one of the locals, and a Layer 1 veteran at this point. Now, I was just going to say, he's playing Celica here tonight, and this is going to be Celica's first outing, I believe, in any Layer 1 tournament. I had a graphic that showed what people had played and what they hadn't played, and Celica, surprisingly, was one of the only characters that no one had played. So, it's alright, though. The only character, I think, at this point, if things go according to plan tonight, that nobody has played in one of these is going to be Hakumen. Alright, so I'm setting my room up here. Now, BlazBlue Central Fiction is a temperamental game, so be prepared for, let's just say there may be some technical issues on this one here. The game crashes when people are trying to connect, all kinds of stuff. And again, it's an old game too, so it's running it from the stream perspective is a bit of a Rube Goldberg machine. I have a lot of windows open right now trying to do this. It's got issues with volume mixing and all kinds of stupid stuff that you don't need to know about, but I thought I would get the copium into the air already for when I inevitably mess something up. So don't expect too much here. I agree. You know what? It's going to be all right. I think it's going to be... Oh, yeah, by the way, I have finally learned how I can see the chat without having to look at what I'm streaming. So, like, advanced technology all over the place here. So I'm going to pull up the bracket here. Now, excuse me, here we go. I've learned better than to try to use the fancy graphic. So now I think we're just going to go straight to the Ghetto Vision goggles. Here we go. So this is tonight's bracket, so hopefully everybody can see reasonably well. I'm sure it'll be kind of smallish. But we have a bunch of matchups here with new players that we haven't seen before. And the first match that we're actually going to see is going to be Yuri R hashtag and Alex Nomas, 2 players that I've never seen here before. So let's go ahead and get the fancy graphics popping off here. Oh, whoa! All y'all can see everything now. Let's go. You guys don't need to see that. Pretend you didn't see that. Off to a stellar start. Commentary and streaming fights at once? Because, man, I don't have that. You want to talk about mental stack. Okay. And I've got some kind of important mention here as well. Oh, and okay. Oh, Gen Executioner's here, and is another S player. Okay, I think we have everybody checked in then, which is outstanding. And I have to send out the invite for the players that will be on stream. Bonk. So this game's ancient, and the way that you bring people into your room is funny. Stand by. So it's going to be, as I said, Yuri and Alex, you are on stream. Okay, so let's talk about this match we're about to see here. Which is going to be, again, 2 players. Oh, we've already got scores on the board, apparently. That's new. I don't know how that one happened, but in any case, tournament stream helper just rocking and rolling as always. Okay, let's lock in here, guys. So in our round 1, our first thing that we're going to see here is going to be 2 players I've never seen play. It's Yuri and Alex Nomas. So Izuyoi versus Juboy. This is a interesting matchup. So Jubei, let's start with Jubei because he's a little easier to understand. Jubei's a straightforward rushdown character. He's small, so he has a little hitbox that lets him get away with a lot. When he runs, his hitbox really low, and he moves extremely fast on the ground. He has pretty good pokes. He does a lot of damage, especially after he uses one of his supers, which is an install. The install changes the properties of some of his moves and gives him combo extenders. It's very powerful. But Jubei he depends on system mechanics entirely for defense. He has no real reversal. He has a very ghetto parry move that tends to not work very well. You don't see players use it a lot unless you're being very predictable. But if, you know, it's another tool in the toolbox, right? If another player is being very predictable with the block string, or they're always going for the same option as a media or whatever, I mean, just parry him. I don't even know if it starts from frame 1, but anyway, you get the idea. It's not his most reliable option. Okay, and I don't have either of these guys in the room yet. So I'm going to keep talking here about Izuyoi, who's the other contestant in this matchup. Izuyoi is a very tricky character. Okay, sorry we just had an issue with people getting into the stream room there. Anyway, so Izuyoi is one of the trickier characters in the game. She has a secondary resource. She produces these stocks when she hits people with some of her moves. And then she can flip states. And when she's in the third eye open state, her sword starts glowing, which is how you can visually identify that that is happening. And beyond that, she then consumes the stocks instead of generating them. When she's consuming the stocks, she can do all kinds of insane things. She's teleporting around the screen. Like, I don't know what's going on, some kind of wizardry. Other than that, she has a very well-rounded toolkit. She's just an overall effective character. She has fireballs, advancing normals, invincible reversals, and then beyond that, like I said, crazy things like four-way mix-up with teleports, extremely fast instant overhead. Her dash, when she's got the third eye open, places her airborne, so then basically all of her moves hit as overheads, which makes fighting her very dicey. So in this match, I'm not really sure necessarily what Izuyoi wants to do against Jubei, because Izuyoi doesn't fear fighting up close at all. She's quite good at the infighting. I mean, like, Izuyoi is essentially good at every range. Whereas Jubei's game plan is going to be unchanged, right? He just wants to smother Izuyoi. Okay, we have both players up in the room. So let's get things started. Okay, and these guys are ready to go. Let's go to our game stream. All right. Good luck to everybody from Supernova, indeed. Oh, that's Chrome Raven up in here. He's a new player as well. We haven't seen him before. Okay. Match 1 for beginner bracket number 6. We've got Alex Nomas. Oh, swap sides. Oh my god, I'm remembering to do things. I only do this once a month, so like it's hard for me to keep the lessons in mind. Anyway, the Wheel of Fate is turning. Jubei, Izuyoi, let's get it. Okay, I don't know what these players' experience level is here, but we're seeing a lot of instant air dashing. Here we go. So there's the teleports I was talking about. So you can see above... Oh, overdive. Oh, went for the big overhead. Oh boy, Jubei, he is in a bad spot here. There we go. Just mash. If you're ever in trouble, just mash. It solves virtually all problems. So if you look at Izuyoi's super gauge in the bottom right hand, she has a secondary gauge above that. When she hits with a fireball, if it's blocked, she gains 1 stage. If it hits, she gains 2. Oh, wow, that's tricky. Okay. Being in the corner in this game is very bad. Anyway, so when she has those stocks, she can press a button, she flips modes, and then she's just generally more potent. Jubei on the end, he just wants to do a lot of that, just running into the other person and mixing them up, right? Now, Izuyoi also pretty deadly on the mix-up game. Oh, we're seeing a little bit of lag here. I know that Yuri is in the UK, and I don't know where Alex Nomas is. I think they might be a Costa Rican, so we might have some distance-based connection issues here. But it doesn't look too bad. Now, so Jubei, when you see he does that jump, there we go, and those cat scratches appear, that's his drive. It lets him advance towards the opponent, hit them, and often actually cross up behind them. It's risky, though. If it gets blocked, especially if it's instant blocked, you can be punished pretty hard. We're very... Oh, good. Okay, I didn't think that would happen. So, Alex there, when that flash appeared on him, he went for the overdrive. This game's burst system, it's multi-use. So, when you hit all 4 buttons... if you still have your burst, you'll overdrive instead. Oh, I hope they know that it's... Ooh. Okay. So yes, we are having a lag issue. So we will resolve that now.
Please hold.
Alright, and we're back. Standard layer 1 issue. So that was our first time we had to do a connection DQ, actually. But, okay, we're putting that behind us. The past is the past. We're 10 minutes in. It wouldn't be layer 1 without some kind of issue. That was like a so-so technical issue. I just had to type some stuff out. Anyway, I don't have, unfortunately, a second guide like Shill here and keep things moving. So we are going to keep things moving with our next game here, with our fancy pre-match graphics. And here we have some... Why are there already scores? Tournaments... Okay. These are some returning Layer 1 soldiers. Chef, I believe, made their debut at the last tournament. And Zeng is obviously like one of the Layer 1, like, salute top-ranked soldiers. So this is Tsubaki versus Makoto. Makoto, this game's not ultimate infighter, but very close. Now, infighting... not necessarily due to preference, because as I've said many times before, her range is about 5 pixels on most of her moves. But once she's up in your face, it's very hard to stop her. She can mix you up all kinds of ways. She has pretty good okazeme. She also has a very interesting tool where she makes a little like energy orb, and she can just sit that over you and score hits. So once Makoto is close to you, you're in trouble. If you keep her away, you should be okay. She has some approach tools as well, like she can send kind of fake out illusions at you. You have to guess which one is the real thing, or you just hold it and block, but it's risky. And also Zeng has become an assassin at this game over the time they've been playing. So keep an eye on this one. Chef, on the other hand, made a very strong appearance at the last tournament. I think placing maybe, I can't remember, it was like 2nd or 4th or something. Did really well. I usually run down the previous bracket, but I was a little short on time because of, you'll never guess, technical issues. So I wasn't really able to run that thing. Anyway. What's Tsubaki all about? Tsubaki is a very traditional fighting game character with advancing normal, fireballs, DP, decent buttons, you know, like kind of like a Ryu Ken Shoto type character. The gimmick that makes her stand out is she has to charge. She has a little, I call it a hat gauge just because I really like her hat, but that's not what it is. She has like a book thing that she carries around and starts singing. Don't worry about it. She builds stocks by holding down her drive, but then she can spend the stocks to power up a bunch of her moves. So Tsubaki plays a very traditional game aside from that need to charge things. So this is a pretty standard, as far as BlazBlue goes, a very straightforward matchup. So let's get into it. These guys have played, I don't know if these guys have played against each other, but let's have them start. This should be a good one, though, because I know that both these guys are killers in the Layer 1 brackets. So let's get this money and go to our game stream. Oh, nice. Right to the character select, too. This is godlike. See, we never have technical issues in these. Ooh, Awakening to Chaos. We're choosing the good music, too. I don't know why this thing is showing that there's scores already. Let's see if we can fix that. Best of 2. Reset score. I bet it will just pop up again, though. Just watch. Tournament Stream Helper, like, I know how to use it, so that's why we stick with it. But, yeah, it's got a mind of its own sometimes. Oh, very respectful start. So, as you'll notice there, that fireball that Tsubaki throws is slow, right? Normally you think, okay, well, that seems kind of stupid, except it limits your approach options, right? If you throw it at mid-jump height, that fireball occupies both the walking approach and most of the jumping approach unless you go really high, which is predictable, right? So that's actually a very strong screen control play. Ooh, good blocks there. So Makoto's standing overhead is quite good. I often have been hit by it. As we all know, I get hit by 60 frame overheads, but so do normal players. So yeah, it's got something going for it. And we're cornered here. Now, not a lot of... So as you can see... Oh, nice mash there by Zhang. Mash god. So above Tsubaki's super gauge, she has a secondary gauge there. And right now she doesn't have... Oh, did a little singy song there. She has one stock, so she can throw one... Oh, the side switch. See, these are the tricks I was talking about with Makoto. Once she's in against you, it's trouble. And I know Zhang, yeah, I got the combo game here. Now, I don't think this is going to finish her off, but can you double super here? I don't think it'd be worth it with the scaling anyway. There was the ball, Okazeme. Did you see that? So she created that little projectile thing. It just sits on top of you. You have to deal with it. But then she can punch. Oh, my goodness. That was a nice approach. Oh, caught. So Makoto, she doesn't have a normal sweep. She does that little breakdancing spin with her tail. It can turn into a sweep. It can turn into a nothing. It can do all kinds of things. That's a lot of Makoto's moves, though, right? Moves that look similar, like Asteroid Vision, the thing where she sends shadow clones out, one at an arc and one straight forward. You just have to guess when the move's going to end, when the block string's going to end, when the stagger is happening. Again, the challenge is getting close enough to use those tools. Ooh, very nice. Good start and conversion off of that. See that? Keeping a respectful distance in the corner. Good tech. These guys actually have reactions. Good overdrive, too. So look at Tsubaki's meter right there. See how fast she gains it in overdrive? Ooh, that's a big hit. This is going to lead to big damage in the corner. So when Tsubaki is in overdrive, even if you don't get to use your Exceed Excel or you didn't use it for defensive reasons, it's worth it to use overdrive as Tsubaki just to build bar. There we go. Mash out of that. You don't have to take that kind of bullying. Now, I think we're going to be spending a lot of that gained bar here during the jailbreak combo. Yes, that's big league. Okay, all these rounds have been super close. Oh, Zhang, you didn't, son. Look at this. Look at this. Astral from the jump. Kino. What, 15,200 damage? The 200 probably being what actually finished things off there. Very nice. Astral, I mean, Makoto Astral off the jump. You'll have to see it. Those were all very competitive rounds, though. Chef, this is something I noticed in his previous games as well. His defense is very, very good. The blocking is very good. You can tell there's some fighting game fundamentals there. I know Zhang is a Street Fighter player as well, so Street Fighter 6 player, so he's got the corner mauling skill down pat. There we go. I like that neither of these guys are afraid to mash, right? A lot of people are just scared to mash, with good reason. If you mash and it goes wrong, you eat a poopy sandwich. But it's the only way to get out of a lot of situations, especially if you're not using, counter assault or anything. But these guys don't even have gauge yet to use that. Okay, this is looking like a much stronger start here from Chef. He's locked in. He didn't like that Astral. Like I say, if you get Astral the next time, man, you're playing with hate in your heart. Okay, momentum burst there. Just keep her in the corner. That was smart, but... DP. Hit DP. There we go. Ball Okazeme. Now, burst here. There's a... Oh, this is big. That's a big punish. I think maybe Chef was... Oh, I think maybe Zhang was going for a reset there. Oh, no. The ball was rolling. The ball was rolling. Full gauge here, I think. Probably... I don't know. Oh, blue beat comp. But you know what? I mean, blue damage is the same as red damage, right? Oh, my goodness. That was nasty. Oh, scored an update. Thank you very much. Salty just keeping me on point out there. We'll see if it actually maintains that score. Okay, now we got the Tsubaki advancing mix there. That little move where a wing appears from her foot is a very unpleasant low. It's very easy to get hit by that. Oh, too far for the extension there. I actually don't know how that happened. Oh, okay, that... It's hard to follow up on that, right? Like, Makoto's a very fast, grounded run. But at full screen, yeah, with the bounce, too, it can be hard to catch up and finish the combo. Okay, so the question is here... Oh, God, I was just going to ask, will Zhang burst, right? The round is not... As we saw in the last round, where he won with the giant comeback. Oh, I think this should be it here, though. Nope. Oh, there's always a chance. Ah, there we go. So let's talk burst economy. So as you can see, Zhang, underneath the character portrait of the cute squirrel girl, it says 1 right now, whereas on Tsubaki's side, there's a little orange glowing orb thing. That's burst, right? Burst is a super valuable resource in this game. You get it by hitting the opponent and getting hit. If you have your overdrive, That was an overdrive right there. You can use it for defense. Now Tsubaki's using it to gain stocks as well, like combo extensions. Kind of like a ghetto RC, like a rapid cancel. So sometimes the burst gets the opponent off of you, right? But you don't necessarily want to use it if you don't think you can win the round, because the meter carries over between rounds. So burst economy, learning to manage that is a really big aspect. Okay, so what we just saw there, it looked like Chef was blocking, but in BlazBlue, if you don't barrier block in the air, a lot of moves require air barrier blocking or they become unblockable. It's a big thing in this game. And you have lots of barrier, right? If you're coming from Strive, barrier consumes your, what do they call it in that game? Tension, your super gauge. In this game, it's a freebie. Oh, he was too respectful. Zeng thought there was a DP. There's the DP. Yeah, that should be. Oh, I was going to say you got burst. DP versus DP. What wins? DP. Always. Very nice. Zeng coming out. Everybody looked strong in that match, though. Everybody looked strong. But 2-0 for Zeng there. Very nice. Like I said, Zeng, assassin. Keep your eye on that one. All right, and let's go to a little post-match analysis and run that one down. So, I mean, I was running my mouth during most of it. I don't really have much to say because both these guys are very good players, right? I also don't know how to play either of those characters with any real expertise. Like, I just mash buttons. I mash buttons with my main character, but yeah, I think that was some of that too was experience, right? I know Chef played Ragna previously, I believe, so I switched to Tsubaki recently. So some of it also just might be making a switch, right? Always a distinct possibility. But either way, really well played by both players. But you saw the key thing there with Makoto, just you got to stay in her face, right? You saw Zeng use a burst to keep Chef in the corner, which, you know, when you're getting hit, a burst is never necessarily a bad thing. I don't know if these guys are just playing another round here. But yeah, it was just well played by everybody all around. Chef also was quite smart to use the overdrive when they did just to build stocks. It's well worth it. The problem was, I think maybe Chef still isn't totally accustomed to using the charging that Tsubaki has to do, even just kind of like at normal times, right? You can kind of squeeze it into combos. There's a bunch of little micro charges that you can squeeze in there. But also the other thing, Chef's defense is really, really good. Because Makoto, like, Zeng is hard to block. I have played against him a good deal. And, like, he beats the piss out of me. So if you can block Makoto for any period of time, that's pretty good. Alright, so that's enough of the yakking about that. I'm going to check in on our bracket here and see who's doing the what here and what matches we have available. And you guys can just hear me hammering my keyboard. Okay. Let's pull up our upcoming match here and do a little bit of analysis on this guy, as you know, as much as I can anyway. Boink. Let's see if we have ghost scores. No. Ah, nice. Okay. Jubei. We did the rundown on Jubei already, so we kind of know what Jubei's all about. Just running up and beating ass. Hopefully people remember what I said about that. I've already kind of forgotten what I said. But we haven't seen S on stream yet. So S is, I think overall, possibly the best rounded character in the game. She kind of has every tool, and the tools she has are very good. She has fireballs, she has a DP, she's a Shoto, right? The trick, the gimmick that S has is her drive. When she uses her drive button, she leaves these crests around that are kind of like after images. So like I was saying, S, every now and then she'll swing her giant sword, which is amazing and gives her excellent range on most of her moves. That's one big thing too. S has a very good kind of mid-range, but the crests she leaves behind actually become hitboxes after all, so they're kind of like traps. She has the ability to use a move that powers up the crests, so they become better, they provide combo extensions. S is just an all-around very good character. She has very strong air fireballs as well. So let's go into the game so you guys can see how S operates here. These guys are, okay, they're just going into it. They don't need me to tell them. I like that. Take the initiative. Let's get a little volume here. Okay. All right. I don't know how experienced Alex is in fighting games in general. 30 is that's a real beginner though. And so Bad Puppy, Weikow on here, is a layer 1 veteran, was playing Amane previously and then switched things up to S, and it suits him much better. Okay, so what we just saw there, you saw S use Overdrive. That enhances all of her crests, I believe, just kind of full time. and then at the end, there was kind of a super animation there. While you're in overdrive, if you hit the command for the overdrive again, you get this super called an Exceed Excel. Just a nice little super, and it puts you in this thing called Active Flow. It gives you damage buff and regenerates your overdrive faster. There's SSDP, very nice. Oh, S is devious. So that thing where she swung her sword and there left a little image behind is an overhead. But that she has a move that looks like it that's also a command grab that hits you if you're standing. So it's a choice of damnations. The solution is to jump back and block or mash a button. You can often hit her during that, especially if you have a fast like 2A or 5A. Nice little combo there from Alex. Okay, now there's S is a very versatile character. You can play S several ways, right? We will probably see Koei playing later. Koei, my BlazBlue Central Fiction son. So I taught Koei to play S as lame as possible, whereas Bad Puppy likes to play S quite aggressively, like in your face at all times. And you can't go wrong with either. Like I said, S kind of has every tool, right? This is a very sweet palette, by the way. I really like the big red sword. So while I was yakking there, you saw that Bad Puppy went up 1-0. Very nice. Now this, I imagine, I'm not a matchup expert here, but I imagine this is a very hard matchup for Jubei as well. Because S, like, long range on normals, strong keep away game, big fireballs that cover a lot of the screen. Jubei has, like, did you see that? When Jubei was running, he went under that fireball that would have hit almost any other character. So Jubei's little tiny body, his little tiny Catman body, gives him some advantage. The only problem with Jubei is anytime you hit him, he cancels crouching, so you can get more damage off crouch confirm combos. If you can do a crouch confirm, which I can't. Oh, that was nice. So there, we saw the overdrive used. It gave Bad Puppy a little bit of invulnerability, and then he immediately just held it down and used the Exceed Excel super, right? So that's another thing you can do. Overdrive does everything in this game. It's an outstanding currency. Now there you just saw he powered up, so you saw the DP that he just threw out, I guess predictively we'll call it generously, was enhanced. Okay, here we go. We're getting the momentum. That was, when you heard that little, you know that gimmick you see in Kung Fu movies that with the little water thing, boonk. When you hear that sound and Jubei stands still and goes blue, that's the parry that like never seems to work. Ooh, the hairball. That fireball that Jubei just threw bounces along the ground in a kind of a funny arc is an extremely powerful Okazeme tool. Once you've knocked the opponent down, it's very common to see Jubei players throw that fireball, and you have to know, it's kind of a character-specific thing too, how you're going to escape that fireball setup. Oh, look at this. He knows the extensions. Beast mode. Oh, just run up and grab him. So Jubei was going to use the drive there, and yeah, Bad Puppy just hit. Wow, that was a quick one. All right, 2-0. That's a wrap. Let's fade out the volume here and go to our post-match analysis. So, I mean, that was really quick. So, yes, I agree. Bad Puppy is a monster. The switch to S from Amane benefited big time. Excuse me. I had to hack it along there. Amane is a strong character, especially at layer 1, but didn't really mesh with him. S is in the wheelhouse. So as you saw there, S, strong normals, excellent fireballs, a good selection of supers that we didn't actually see much of. Combo extension, like S has it all, right? Jubei just wasn't able to get the ball rolling. Now, I have no doubt, though, if Alex sticks with it, Jubei's a menace. Fishbones won one of our brackets 2 months ago with Jubei. And especially at kind of lower levels of experience, it's hard to know how you're supposed to defend against Jubei. He's a lot of setups that look similar. He has kind of set play with the hairball, like I was talking about, that funny-looking fireball that he throws, and you have to know the specific solutions for that. Like, and they're unconventional too. For example, I know a lot of the time if you roll forward, you can escape it, but then you're vulnerable, right? But the Jubei player, you have to hope is not expecting that, or they're running towards you. So there's layers to that setup, more than one layer. But anyway, hopefully Alex sticks with it. Jubei is, I don't care what anybody says, man. Jubei is scary. I don't like playing against him. Well, so that's not true. I actually do like playing against him. The matchup is fun. But, man, he snowballs and beats the piss out of you. Yeah, I agree. I think it was experience. Because that's the other thing, too. The matchups that you see here during the decode display at the start, it shows matches, but that's only with the character, right? And also, Bad Puppy is, he's my age. He's an old man, and he's been playing fighting games for a long time. So he knows fighting games in general, right? Anyway, that was that match. That was another thriller. I'm going to have to peep the bracket here and see what is available for matches. What's available? As you guys can hear me asking. Now, Did we just see S? Yes, which saves me some time. Although, as I was discussing, Koei, another Layer 1 soldier, I think maybe been here since the first bracket. Actually, I think maybe Hollow was too. Anyway, here we go. Okay, so Koei plays the opposite of the way that Bad Puppy plays. Koei generally plays pretty lame. Keeps away, throws fireballs, defensively, pokes you when you try to get in, is smart. Hollow, we haven't seen Rachel being played yet. Hollow is a bit of a monster, and I'm legitimately surprised these guys are both in losers already. I can't believe one of these guys is going home, actually, after this. Well, virtually going home. Y'all know what I mean. Anyway, so let's run down Rachel. Rachel's a terrorist. Don't let the lolly look fool you. First of all, it's kind of cheating because there's 3 characters in one. She's got the little bat thing floating. The parasol is actually a character that turns into all kinds of things. Plus, she's some kind of vampire thing. Anyway, her gimmick is she can control the wind, which, you know, you might think, oh no, what's she going to do, like blow leaves in my eyes? No, much worse. So when you combine the wind with her kind of floaty jump arc and her ability to lob projectiles at arcs, the wind gives her enormous range of movement as well as the ability to control where the projectiles will go, right? The projectiles, Rachel turns the game into a bit of a bullet hell game. You have to avoid the projectiles she throws down. She makes posts that summon lightning. She can summon little things that follow you around. She can put these bats down that do damage if you're standing over them and they're moving. She does a whole lot. Rachel is one of the scariest characters in the game because the wind also gives her the ability to do these block strings that just seem to never end, right? So once Rachel's interesting in that she can play keep away, or she can be up in your face as long as she has wind. When the wind is out, theoretically she's in trouble, but the wind recovers extremely quickly. So you don't have to worry about it that much. The other thing with Rachel is that wind gauge, how full it is, makes one of her supers stronger or weaker. The more full it is, the more crap she throws at you. You'll probably see it in this match. She just throws a bunch of stuff at you. It's funny looking, but it's not funny to get hit by. The more gauges that she has of the wind, the more crap she throws. The issue is she can use that because it freezes the screen for a long time. She can jump really high, and then she can just sit up there and charge the wind while that super is resolving. And if you can't reach her, you just kind of have to block. So anyway, Rachel's greasy. Brace yourself. But I know Koei is probably one of the... These guys are both some of the best players here, so I'm kind of surprised they're both in losers already. But I mean, that's the way the brackets work, right? Start.gg is... it has mysterious ways. Anyway. All right. Let's get this money. Let me give these guys a cue to start. Now they'll start. Let's peep it. This should be a thriller. These guys are both... Oh, is there no audio on stream right now or what? Yeah, there should be. I mean, Hollow, because that's a great question. All right. Oh, and no phantom scores here. Let's flip these teams. Okay, so watch out, because both these guys are going to be throwing projectiles out. See that little post that's sitting there? That can become a lightning bolt very quickly, so Koei has to be careful. Oh, that was risky. And there was the crest hitbox. Okay, it begins. Nice, so Hollow ended with the Exceed Excel I was talking about there, out of Overdrive, which, as you can see, now the swirly thing going on and the Oh, Garden Crush! The swirliness going on in the overdrive gauge, that means it's filling up faster, and Rachel is getting a damage bonus. Oh, nice. That was really nice. Interception attack with the fireballs there from Koei. So you can see the little rose that appeared underneath the little magic crest that appeared underneath Rachel, and then she just kind of jettisoned across the screen. But man, Koei's not letting this go. I think, you know what? Normally Koei plays pretty defensive, but I think he knows you can't let Rachel run away, right? So he's playing a lot more aggressively than normal. He's doing a lot more running up. Okay, very nice. The other thing with Rachel, she actually has some pretty good defensive tools, but she doesn't like a DP. So you don't have to be super respectful of her. You just have to watch her gauge, her traditional super gauge. See where she maintained the pressure by flying forward there using the wind? That's what I'm talking about, right? And now the corner against Rachel is one of the worst situations to be in. Like, oh, there's George. So that frog. You may be wondering why there's a frog there all of a sudden if you're not familiar with this game. The frog is the common genus of frogs that is, in fact, an electric frog. So George serves as a landmine. He locks you in place. He has really long block stun when he hits you. It's a nightmare playing against... Oh my god, that was a good block. That move's hard to block. Well, but, you know what? When George pops, I mean, what can you do? And Rachel, Hollow, going up 1-0. I don't know if Koei's used to having to play this kind of chasing, right? Normally he is the one that doing the keep away, throwing fireballs like full screen while in the air. George is the real terrorist. He has more hit points than Hazma. I mean, I don't know. He's pretty thick, right? We're looking at he's got that frog physique. Also, when the wind goes, watch George. He does a very funny-looking little slide on his stomach. It's one of the best animations in the game, other than Celica's like 6A. So that little poppy noise, right? That's the problem with Rachel. A lot of what she does looks non-threatening. Don't believe the agenda. It's all very threatening. Okay, here we go. Koei going back to the game plan. See that? Careful space management, right? I didn't understand that interaction. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. So you'll see Koei doesn't want to be right beside Rachel, right? You want about a character and a half. Well, these are both little girls, so they have smaller bodies. But you get the... Oh, wow, that was surprising. So George expired before the hits resolved there. And Koei wants to keep like a respectful distance, right? Because of the sword. You want to use that giant sword if you're going to carry it. Is this the end? I know Koei has some nasty combo extensions. Look at this. Oh, the drop! It didn't matter. American Reset, baby. So I will say Koei has a pretty good training regimen. He plays the combo trials, which I had beef with, but like the proof is there. He says he plays as many of the combo trials as possible back to back for 10 minutes a day, right? So he just kind of time trials them and does them as quickly as possible. And you can see, I mean, I'm going to say like his combo consistency is quite good, even though he just dropped, of course. But generally, like his combos are very good, and he has he can. What am I looking for? He has good conversions off almost every hit, which at layer 1, at the beginning of play, I recommend players focus on consistency over like the best possible optimal outcome, right? I always tell people get a combo you can resolve off your 5A, like your most basic button consistently, one you can resolve off your throw, and then a big punish combo for when your opponent inevitably misses a DP or super. Okay, so did you see that? She was way up in the air. She used the wind, then she threw the super that ate a bunch of time, but now, he's eating the sword. Wow, okay. Going with the adjustments. Look at this. Layer 1 soldiers, salute. I'm loving what I'm seeing here. One more. Taking a minute. Taking a breather. As is their right. If I was playing right now, you'd be hearing like heavy breathing, grunting, a lot of swearing. As you can hear when I'm just typing on my keyboard, can you imagine? It sounds like automatic gunfire when I'm hitting my fight stick. Okay, this is it, though. One of these guys is done after this. They're fighting for their lives here. I was going to quote R. Kelly, but I know that's probably not, Anyway, let's leave R. Kelly out of this for the time being. Real talk. I was waiting for George. There he is, Georgie. Oh, good hit. So when S jumps, you'll notice sometimes she does a swing where she swings the sword below her in a very low arc. It has an amazing hitbox, and as we can see, it's a good way to get rid of George as well. It's like an instant overhead, and if you have meter, you can convert it into a pretty mean combo, but that's pretty high execution. Oh, he tried to run underneath her, but that Superman, those projectiles track, right? So wherever you are on the screen, they're going there. Ooh, the chair! That's Rachel's closest thing to like an invulnerable reversal. It's such a good move. As you can see, though, 3-on-1, right? I guess you can count the sword as a character. It's 2-on-1. It's still, still a little unfair. He's in the safe spot, but ooh, whoa, a little tiny drop there, just a little one. Now you'll notice as well, you'll notice when S throws a fireball, if it hits the Labellias, little boop, things that she's shooting out, it doesn't destroy them, right? It doesn't eat the fireball. It just deflects it a little bit and changes its arc. Like, man, I don't know what they were thinking with those. Oh, this is going to be bad. So that was a perfect defensive overdrive, right? You get some frames of invulnerability, your opponent's attacks pass through, and then you can capitalize and finish it off with the Exceed Excel to get the active flow. Like, that's excellent play. Take notes. Like, I should be learning from this. I'd never do that. That whole mechanic came about well after I initially learned how to play the game. So I never learned anything new. There we go. So there was that low swing. Man, that move is good. Oh, beast mode extension. Little droppy drop. Okay, this time, so you can't even see yourself during that, right? That super is very obnoxious. Oh, sniped George. Oh, but got sniped in exchange. Revenge. Okay, did you see? George just tanked that fireball. Good lord, I want what that frog is on. Got the aesthetic frog physique. Oh boy. There we go. Burst. I was expecting a DP. That's a wrap. Damn, that was close. Both players played extremely well. Those are two of our best players here at Layer 1. Very nice. Alright, and I gotta go to my I gotta go to my volume mixer to kill the sound. And let's go to a little post-match analysis. Yoink! George finds fireballs to be a minor inconvenience, which, you know, I mean, George, gee whiz, what does he not do? Anyway, that is pretty much the highest level of play that you're going to see at Layer 1. So I have no real commentary I can provide. Like, both these players would beat me in many games. So I didn't get time to give my spiel on that. I organize these tournaments. I am not good at this game. I'm like a low-level intermediate player at best, right? I've just been playing it for a long time, but don't confuse experience with expertise. These guys, like, are very good players, but they are certifiably new. Koei, especially, it was only a couple months ago. I remember playing his first, like, 10 matches with him. He's become a monster. Also, Hollow, obviously taking nothing away from Hollow. Hollow is a beast as well. But you guys saw, like, that's an interesting matchup, too, because it's zoner versus zoner, but they can both infight a little bit. Rachel probably prefers being closer. So they both played very well, like 2-1. All the rounds were close. Yeah, good stuff. I'm going to have to check in and see what matches are available. Let's see. You know what? Check the bracket. Ghetto Vision goggles activate. Pew! Okay, we're humming along here. Oh, Zhang and Bad Puppy. Okay, we've already seen those guys play. I would like to see... oh, I already reported that. Why is it lying to me? Well, you guys are seeing this. This thing is full of shit. Maybe maybe those guys have to report. In any case, okay, we have Zhang and Bad Puppy. I want to see if we can get any of the players we haven't seen yet, though. All right, we're back. We're so back. So we have a match coming up with some guys that we have not seen yet. It's going to be Mr. Speeder and, oh man, 2 Makotos in one bracket. Like, my heart. I can only take so much of this. Let's peep it. Put it up. Okay, Xeno Heartfell and Mr. Speeder. Mr. Speeder, my boy, my homie, the main man, the guy that just demolishes me in Grand Blue like 10-0 on the regular. So he has switched to Celica for this tournament. He only plays puppet characters in this game. He started with Carl, played a little Relius, now he's moved to Celica, who's not really a puppet character, but we know what Makoto's all about. We've seen Zhang going ham. I've never seen Xeno play. I have no idea how they play, but they're still winners, so like they're doing something right. So let's talk Celica. Celica doesn't look like it, but Celica is a secret gorilla. So Celica is not a puppet character despite having 2 sprites. The 2 sprites kind of count as one. There is Celica, who is the girl, and then there's Minerva, who is the robot, who's my favorite character. So how she works is she's a pretty straightforward character, right? She has a little bit of everything, like a fireball, advancing normal. She has some very good pokes, like her 5B is very strong. The gimmick is that when she hits people with her drive moves, which involves the robot doing things, there's kind of a greenish rainbow afterglow after it, and it usually makes a funny swishing noise. You'll notice that she develops this health that's blue in her gauge, and then that's like a currency she can spend to enhance some of her moves, which serves as a combo extender, changes their traits. So Celica is a pretty straightforward character, thankfully. She's probably one of the easiest ones to start with and learn the game because, again, she doesn't have like any crazy gimmicks really, but she has some secret grime, which we may see some of. Really good normals. One of them, her crouch. She has a crouching move where you'll see Minerva sticks her hands out and little blades appear. She has several normals that vacuum, so she can get some pretty long block strings. But because she's relatively straightforward and has a fairly linear game plan, in a game with people that ignore hit stun and can control the wind and like have a second character, she's generally considered pretty low tier. At Layer 1 though, like all bets are off, right? And also, somebody won Evo with her once, so I mean, she can't be that bad, right? I think Celica's a beast because also she has 2 dive kicks. Any dive kicks I always consider very, very good. So let's go to the match. Hope these guys are ready to rock. Mr. Speeder and Xeno. Okay, bars. Yeah, that's right, another Makoto. Can you ask for more? The answer is no. Makoto stocks are always up. Even when they feel like they're down, they're going up. Oh, don't you dare say that ever again. No more Makotos. Don't ever. Okay, we are in layer 1 here. These are low match counts. Although you know what? Oh. Yeah, the upside down map. So based. Both these guys have played more games than that I would expect. I don't know about Xeno. Like I said, I've never seen Xeno play. Mr. Speeder, I know, has gotten more matches in our Thursday practices, which you should come to, and I'll shill later. Okay, so see these moves with the green trail? Those are the ones that give Celica the green health. That was a nice combo. Ooh. Okay, these are not normally the characters you expect to be in like a fireball fight, but there you go. That move there heals Celica. Man, that poor super. Unfortunately, I mean, it looks really cool. I think Celica has some of the best sprite work in any game I've ever seen. That move where Minerva turns into a giant gun, it just never works. Like, it's just so slow, and she doesn't get much off it. Anyway, I don't want to discredit what's going on here, because these guys are both going in. So as you can see, Minerva transforms into a variety of, like, power tools, guns, rocket boosters, all kinds of... Yeah, you've never seen it, and that's why it's just not very good, unfortunately. I think he thought he was going to catch Makoto doing the fireball setup. But in any case, so watch for Makoto's drive moves with the green sparkly thing, and then take a look at the health bar for Mr. Speeder. You'll see that? Oh, and also in overdrive, he just constantly fills it. That little bit of sparkling, you know what? I bet that's actually green. Anyway, if you see that little bit of green health, that's a currency that Mr. Speeder can spend to enhance moves or heal himself that much. Usually, people don't bother with the healing. It's like, it's nominal, right? And it's better to just hurt the other person than heal yourself unless it's real hard times. Okay, that was Celica's other dive kick. She has a drive dive kick, and she has that special move dive kick as well. The special move comes down at about a 45-degree angle, but she can't combo off it. The butt drop. Okay, I'm going to finish talking about the dive kick. She can't combo off it without a rapid cancel. That drop Makoto just did with her tail is a deceptively powerful move. It has, like, really long block stun. Oh, I didn't expect that interaction to pan out that way. Really long block stun, so you can do a lot off it. It leads into a lot of mixes. It's a very good move, but like a lot of Makoto's kit, it's very short-ranged. So you just saw there one of Celica's kind of biggest issues. She has very few moves that are actually completely safe on block, right? Or much less plus. The little rocket-assisted forward rush is, I don't think it's... You're certainly not able to continue pressure after even the extended one. Here we go. Speaking of extensions, look at this. Oh, he went for the health. I was surprised by that. That might have been a drop. Now, the other thing is Celica. Again, people underrate Celica on the damage front. She is, once you learn the routes that aren't necessarily that hard. Oh, that's it. Big damage character. You can get 4K, like, no problem. Because she has the ability to juggle the other character using her drive moves that give her some green health, and then she can do it multiple times, right? Very potent. Alright, very nice there by Mr. Speeder. Bonk, up one. Then we're taking a breather? Yeah. As I said, as is your right. Oh, and we got the graphics swapped up here. There we go. Now we're back in business. I mean, we were never all the way out of business. So, as Xeno, adjustments to be made this round. I mean, I can say both these players could probably use their gauge a little more aggressively, right? There were multiple rounds there where both players had either full gauge. Ooh, overdrive on overdrive violence. I like that. Very nice. So, like I was saying, you want to use your bar, right? Like, it's a resource. You fought for it. You got to spend it. Both these characters can make very good use of bar, too, for both combo extension. The supers, both these characters, not great. Now, I say that. Look at the damage rack up on that. Look at that. Look at that. 3.75? What are you talking about? Celica doesn't do damage. Stand down. You know what? Billion IQ move, just walk up and throw. Also, my favorite throw animation. What is she plugging it into? Where's the energy coming from? Good round start there. So especially, again, at layer 1, 2, Celica... Speeder doesn't use... Ooh, purple throw. You know what? Let's talk about that real quick, because that's the first one we've seen on stream tonight. BlazBlue's throw system is very unique in fighting games, that you can throw opponents who are in, like, hit stun and block stun, right? You can't do that in most games. To compensate for that in BlazBlue, if you do it, The tech window is doubled. Now, some people say that's forever. I still constantly get purple thrown, so take that for what it's worth. Especially when you're still learning the game, right? Like, there's a lot going on. You're trying to do your own inputs. Is this going to hit? Which Makoto? Yeah, that was the real Makoto. Look at that. 3k damage just for funsies. And we're down to another pixel health here. There we go. Keep that barrier up. I mean, it's not over till it's over. It's over. Very nice. All right, well played. The Celica, I will say, is coming along very nicely for Mr. Speed. Like, significant improvement in a very short period. He's a good fight. I will say, though, he's like an experienced fighting game player, right? He knows what he's doing in multiple games. So, no surprise there. And again, I don't know anything about Xeno Heartfelt, so let's post-match analysis. Now, I love Celica, so I'm biased, but I also like Makoto a lot. So, for Xeno, the big thing I would say, a lot of it is just experience, right? Like, you have to learn, especially Celica, if you're used to her just running up and hitting you a lot, you have to learn where the gaps are, but that's just an experience thing, so that's kind of a useless critique. You know, I'm good at those. A big thing, too, though, is, so there was a lot of time there where Xeno was just kind of standing there barrier blocking. During those points, as Makoto especially, you got to be moving, right? But something that she can do, that a lot of very experienced players do, is you can put the orb out if you think you're at a safe distance, because the orb isn't necessarily just an Okazeme tool, or you don't have to punch it and throw it at the other guy. Just creating the orb and let it rock and sit there, and it limits your opponent's approaches. This is especially strong against some characters, against Azrael in particular. I don't know how that's pronounced, but anyway, Azrael, the Chad with the super muscular back. That ball prevents a whole bunch of his approach options, or he gets hit by it, right, in trades. Now, trades are usually pretty good for him, but anyway, if you create that ball, that's a good thing if you don't know what else to do, and you don't think the opponent can hit you at that time, like they're not in startup of a projectile or anything, you can create that ball, and it can give you some time, it gives your opponent some time to think about what they're going to do, which gives you time to seize the initiative, right? Otherwise, you know, I'm no expert on Makoto, so, but as we can see, maybe we can get the Xeno Heartfell Zeng connection, and can get a little help in improving the game. All right, so I'm going to jump back to the bracket here and see what is available now that I'm done yapping. What's available? I should just do this on a typewriter. Okay, no floating scores. Good. Okay, so this is Yuri. Yuri's in the UK. We did do an approved connection. I don't know. You know what? The other player was in Costa Rica. So anyway, hopefully we don't have connection issues here. Oh, here it comes. We already talked about Yuri at the beginning, so let's talk about Noelle. Noelle is a veteran of the BlazBlue series, has been around since the beginning. There's a lot to say about this character, but let's just go into the drive, because it's kind of the defining characteristic. Noelle has 2 guns and no real projectiles. Actually, sorry, is that true? No, it's not true. One of her supers is like projectile. Anyway, she shoots the guns a lot, but I guess the guns are just loaded with really powerful blanks, because you got to be right next to them to get hit. So Noelle does this gun kata stuff. Her drives chain into one another, and they all have a whole bunch of properties depending on which direction you're holding on the, your numpad, or whether you're in the air. She has some invulnerability, different parts of her body, overheads, lows. So when she's chaining these moves together, it's just a giant knowledge check, basically. It's not... So what people often say is once you know how to deal with it, it's very easy to deal with. I don't know how to deal with it, so I still get hit constantly. And at layer 1, people are not going to know how to deal with it. For the most part, you never know. I mean, for all we know, Yuri has been studying Noelle tape for hours and will effortlessly counter everything that she does here. Other than that, Noelle's a pretty typical rushdown character. This is another character. Never let somebody tell you Noelle does not do high damage. Noelle does awesome damage. Without meter, she's very good. With meter, she does sensational. Like, the days of 5A to 5K from previous versions are over, but she's doing all right now. Don't let the stature fool you. She is carrying 2 guns. Okay, let's have these guys start. And we haven't seen Neptune play. I don't know if I've ever seen Neptune play. Don't do it. Okay. The most demoralizing... Oh, Hat Noelle. The best. Anyway, I was going to say it's very demoralizing when I do that rundown of what a character does and somebody picks somebody else. Okay. And sweep up my graphics here for the teams. And we have no floating scores. That's great. All right. We're in business. Noelle is... Funny. She's kind of a rare character despite being very popular. I don't know, maybe, well, if you go by Dambour representation, maybe the most popular character. I don't know. Anyway, let's not get it too far into that. Okay, that's the drive. Now you got to know how to end it, because see when she did the little fancy reload. Oh no! Oh no! That burst was not ideal. Oh boy. We are a little on the laggy end here. This is probably going to be a... There we go. Burst. Okay. We're seeing classic... Okay, that was really smart. So that's the one projectile I was talking about. That. Oh boy. We got the slideshow. I didn't expect that interaction either. So that was the one projectile that Noelle has, right? The jump back and shoot at the ground thing. And that was like the perfect time to use it. The opponent was running towards you. Teleport. Oh my goodness, this is chaotic. Okay, I'm going to warn everybody. Do not be surprised if this goes to another connection DQ, unfortunately. I don't like doing them, but like you don't want to make people play a slideshow, right? It's very clear in the rules. We've had issues, terrible lag issues in the past. Anyway, hopefully these guys can play this one out at least. Okay, so I haven't been talking a whole lot about the drives, because I'll be honest, despite playing this game for more than 10 years ostensibly at this point, I still don't really understand what Noelle is doing most of the time other than shooting guns. I do know that thing where she jumps and shoots at the ground is so good. I mean, it's got generous recovery. Now, you'll see there's a lot of reloading the guns going on, that thing where she clicks the guns out to the sides. There's ways you can circumvent that, but I don't know enough about Noelle to tell you how to avoid that. There's very good players, and you can find a lot of good footage. Watch out for this guy, Cam, or Noelle's pup, appropriately named. Sensational Noelle player that you can watch games of on the NOL library or at TMN, Training Mode Network, which there's links to in our Discord, or you can just search those on YouTube. They're very good. As per Mr. Zeng, the characters have traded color schemes, which is true, as we tie things up. Oh my god, I thought we were going to disconnect there. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't muted. All right. Oh, it feels like we are on the cusp of disconnecting here with some of these pauses. Yeah, this is really... I mean, it is what it is, right? I thought that was going to be it. It's really building... Oh, good DP. So a lot of Noelle players, especially at first, do like to do that jumping drive where she shoots the ground, because it's good, right? It's really good. Building the suspense again. Oh my goodness. I think we're seeing lag on running here. Anyway, so Noelle, especially like relatively new Noelle players, love to use that jumping drive on Okazeme. I think that what's her face, Easyoi, her DP, because it's like straight up. I think that's one of the few DPs that can actually hit that. That was really smart. So that was a teleport low there, but that drive that Noelle just did puts her in the air, so it was like a low crush. That was, and speaking of, all right, oh, very nice win there by Neptune Nico, brawling through the lag. I was with a young brother the other day at oh, okay, we're playing through it. We're playing it out. That's gangster. You respect that. Salute. So yeah, a young brother the other day at one of my locals was talking about Noelle, and this guy was in his like mid-20s, and he mentioned that Noelle has a bunch of moves that look like what Christian Bale's character in Equilibrium was doing, which I assume is a major inspiration given the time this game originally came out. I was very impressed that he knew what that movie was. Maybe it's a cult classic, I don't know. Great movie, you should watch it. Anyway, back to Blaze Blue. Okay, clapped on the ground. Man, what I wouldn't give to have a gun like that. It like, turns into other guns. And like a Panzerfaust is in there somewhere too. Where's she carrying that? There we go. Okay, so that corner pressure from Noelle is scary. Oh my goodness, this lag is kind of scary too, though. Now, there's another thing. Noelle has a powerful psychological weapon, and that little shriek she emits when you hit her is very annoying and distracting to me. So sometimes, like, maybe I should just stop hitting her. But then you think, well, if I keep hitting her, she'll stop making the noise. It's a real conundrum. Anyway, something that's going on with both these players. Now, they're very low match count, right? So this is not surprising. But we're seeing a lot of barrier getting left on the table, right? They're like I was talking about, they're earning it. And then you got to use it once you earn it. And that's another benefit to Noelle as a new player, though. Like, she doesn't have a whole bunch of secondary resources to learn. Like, you have to learn the drive chains, which are, you know, not super difficult, but not the easiest thing in the world. It's harder than Gatling. But it's not like Easy where you have an entire secondary resource. Oh, I think both these guys are getting rattled by the connection here. Okay, so Izoi third eye open. Ooh, I thought maybe she was going to invuln all the way through that, but those projectiles move kind of slow at the beginning, which was an interesting interaction. So when the third eye is open, you can see like when she dashes, she flies, right? And all of her attacks become overheads. Okay, matching things up here. Ooh, and Tournament Stream Helper again, just refusing to accept the scores I'm reporting. Okay, Neptune, Nico, Soldier. Just keeping things going. I don't know whose theme music this is. See, Noel jump D, man. It solves a lot of problems. Oh, that was a good chicken block there. Okay, cornered. Let's see what we can do with it. Oh, no, don't corner yourself. Ah, it's so easy to do. Oh, I thought it was going to be the disconnection. Oh, boy. Yeah, see, that's like... No matter how few matches Neptune Nico is, I doubt that would have happened on like a stable connection. That's just it's unfortunate. But I mean, you know, it's layer 1 in all ways, right? So another thing here, this is matchup specific. I don't expect anyone with like 30 matches to know this. When Izoi throws one of those fireballs, if there's like a remote chance you can avoid it entirely, do so. Because even if it hits you but you block, she still gets a stock, right? And now if it hits you and does damage, she gets 2. Yeah, you should have, Glorp. I don't know who you are, but you should have registered. Everyone should register for this tourney if they're not like an experienced player. That's who it's for. Yeah, every month. And on Thursdays we do practices. Come out to those too. And become an expert. Another thing I'm noticing Neptune is leaving on the table is with throws. And Blaze, like every character can combo off a throw for good damage, right? Like at a minimum, like 2.5 is very easy and reasonable. See, like dead stop, right? Man, when you throw somebody, it's not like other game fighting. Just keep hitting them. Even that's another thing you gotta get used to. On the ground, right? And BlazBlue off the ground is huge because this game's tech system is complicated and very cool. It gives you lots of options, the rolls. Oh boy. Okay, and Noelle just looked like she started going faster there. Was that just me? She was like, no, I'm not having this overdrive. There we go, and it's over. Very nice. Man, Noelle's so cool. Now, you know, back in the day, as Unk number 1, I will say Noelle was terrifying. Like, she just did insane damage. She's just not the same anymore. She's still good, though. I think and she's funsies, which is what really matters. Post-match analysis. Okay, so the biggest thing I would say, again, these guys are very new, right? So you don't want to be, like, hypercritical, because you know, I still play like ass, and I've been playing forever. But the biggest thing, especially for Neptune, combo off a throw. I always say the first 3 the first thing you want to learn is neutral, ideally, right? It's important because if you don't hit the other guy, you can't combo. But the combos that you want to learn initially, sorry, I'm just doing some logistics stuff here. You can probably hear my stick. You want to learn a combo off any normal that you can, like a Gatling combo is fine. You just it has to produce a knockdown, right? So you can get Okazeme, a super basic combo that gets you a knockdown, or otherwise progresses your game plan, like as Tagger you want magnetism, that kind of thing. You want to learn a combo off of a throw, front and back if they're different. Learn both. That's important. And then the punish combo, right? So if Neptune knew a throw combo there, those rounds would have been over much quicker. And also, the strike throw on Noelle is not a small factor, right? Like she has, you know, her mix-up's okay. Like if you have reasonable reactions, it's not super scary, but it's there. But to build the mental stack, you have to add the throw in. Like a little jibber jabber run up throw, and then yeah, let it rip into a bunch of damage. Yuri, like I said, super low match count, and Izoi is complicated, but the biggest thing is use the resources. Once you've built those third eye stocks, you want to spend them. Super gauge, same thing. Didn't see a whole lot of use on either of those. I'm never learning neutron pressing buttons. Honestly, I mean, you know, the infamous, like, you're only minus if you're a bitch. It's wisdom. It's really hard to argue with that. Okay. Let's see what is available. Available matches. Check. This is a new character. And by character I mean player. I've never seen this person. Frutanari. I think that's how that's pronounced. And it's a lady. All right. Chef, we've seen, we know, putting in work with the Tsubaki, back on the stream. Izanami. Well, this is a character. Izanami is generally regarded as one of the best characters in the game. There's a lot of good reason for that. Izanami breaks a lot of the rules of fighting games. Izanami has the ability to float and just hover. Now that float, you might think that's a whatever thing. I'm not talking like Dulcim kind of floating in the air either. I mean just full on levitating though. Can kind of go like think Chris Angel for anybody that knows the reference. But the other defining characteristic that Izanami has is not ribcage. That's very important. But it's just extremely good buttons. Like her 2B is evil. It has a great deal of range. I think it's 0 on block. Maybe it's +1. I don't know. Anyway, it's very good. When I get hit by it, I don't know what to do, and I panic, and then I lose the round. But what stands out more is the rib cage. So we may see it, we may not. But Izanami can do this thing where she produces like an ethereal rib cage around her, and during that, she ignores hit stun. So you have to throw her to end it. The downside, quote unquote, is it saps her barrier. Once the barrier is gone, she goes into danger state, which means you take more damage and you can't barrier block. So like jumping becomes riskier because like we were talking about, a lot of moves in the air are unblockable without barrier. But for the downside, it gives you unbelievable capacity to put pressure on the opponent, right? Because if they hit you, whatever, you just hit them, you win. You'll win the trade. Also, Izanami has extremely oppressive Okizeme. Once she knocks you down, good luck. It's not, I would say maybe it's just shy of Kokonoe, but it's deeply evil. But you know what? I'm sure that we'll see some of that. Slayer 1 at its best, baby. Let's get it going. So... you can hear I used Taukaka's voice for the announcer. I really wish I knew what she was saying when you picked the characters. Some characters she makes very funny sounds. Other times she sounds very unimpressed. She does not like it when you pick Arakune. Okay, I like the Izanami palette a lot. I don't know what to expect here. Like I said, I've never seen Futanari play. Chef, I'm getting very familiar with, though. A very good player. Okay, so that's another gimmick. The mix Izanami has is very powerful, and you can see she's got that ring behind her, like a Zone of the Enders type thing with the bits. She can send those out to attack you, but then watch next time Futanari blocks something. The bits float in front of her and form a shield. Well, if she doesn't have the bits, she can't block. So Izanami has a lot of unique kind of states that she can enter, like unique attributes she can have. So she's also a pretty serious knowledge check, which at layer 1, every character kind of is right until you gain familiarity. But hers will punish you. Oh, those teleporting normals too where she advances are evil. She has a lot of evil. You'll hear me use that word a lot to describe her. A lot of damage as well, like a command grab. She has a very complete toolkit. But she's also probably one of the harder characters to play overall. Now, like at layer 1, none of the characters are like super hard to play. You can get by with just about anybody. It's more once you start moving to the intermediate level, you have to really worry about who's harder on execution, right? A character like Tsubaki, on the other hand, like nothing is too exotic. She really, I was talking about this earlier in a Discord server, she really rewards fundamentals. So if you're a player that knows fighting games already and you want to learn BlazBlue's systems, without having to focus too much on an insane character with a bunch of unique mechanics, she's an outstanding choice. She really rewards just knowing how to play fighting games, like the general spacing, understanding like safety, block strings, that kind of stuff. That overhead hammer time. Okay. Chef going up. Oh no, fruit, shoot. Yeah, Futanari, that's a very low match count to be playing Izanami as well, right? And I also don't know what their previous fighting game experience is. I know Chef plays other fighting games. I try to get to know these players. I bump into them a good deal at the practices and stuff like that, and just through the Discord, so you kind of get some idea of their experience often. I don't really know what Izanami's round starts options are. I just know I always block. I'm too scared to do anything. Okay, so did you see Tsubaki? She has that little hammer where she jumps up and bonks you with it. Man, that's a good overhead. The enhanced version is plus as well, so that's grimy. I'm noticing already, too, Chef is doing more of the little charges, right? Where the little song starts playing out of the book thing that she's carrying. And yeah, there we go. That is very fast development as a player. Like in bracket, noticing improvement, that's outstanding. That staircase combo is that's so sick. Okay, so Frutinari was close to the corner there, and then on recovery rolled past Chef, right? I was talking about the recovery system in BlazBlue being unique and really interesting. It gives you a lot of options. That's one of them. The forward roll goes full screen. The forward roll goes through opponents. The risk is it has virtually no invuln. Getting up in place has the most. Rolling backwards has a good deal. The forward invuln, man, they do push anything and you're getting juggled. Getting hit while you're rolling puts you into an airborne state as well, so you can do a lot of damage against that. But it gets you out of corners, right? And if people aren't expecting it, then it's a free get a jail free card. Oh boy, and you are cornered. That's I don't know if Frutinari has burst yet, right? That's a system mechanic that if you're used to like Street Fighter, you might not be accustomed to. It's obviously it's common in anime games. There's so many fighting games now. We're kind of knows how to burst. All right. But it's tricky to know when to burst too, right? Like if you start getting hit near the corner against Tsubaki, and you know that this person knows the combo, just burst, man. Because it gives you, it not only saves you the health, but it's a positional thing as well, right? On the other hand, like I don't know, hanging on for the overdrive is not a bad move anyway. Let's move to some post-match analysis. I don't really have anything to say to Chef there, because obviously Chef knows what he's doing there. Frutinari, so it's going to be the burst economy. That was one thing I was just talking about. Otherwise, I think it's just experience, right? Like if you haven't played the game much, then you're not going to be an expert at much of anything. And Tsubaki has some knowledge checks. Like you have to understand when she's likely to throw the overhead, especially that hammer, and understand the distinction of which one is safe and which one's not, like the enhanced one, right? That makes a huge difference in this matchup. But you saw the right general idea from Frutinari. Push her good buttons. Don't let the opponent get to full screen. You want to stay at like a similar kind of to S, like a character and a half distance, and then once you get like some basic combos down, the key thing, the next thing I would suggest learning with Frutinari is is ensuring that you can keep your offense rolling with Okazeme, right? You need to learn like probably 2 or 3 Okazeme setups. Those are really important for Izanami. So focus on those, and as well the functionality of the rib cage, because we didn't see the rib cage. It's just so good. Yeah, I highly recommend learning. And also, we saw the same block string a couple times. Izanami's tick throw / command grab is a very strong can opener. So fall back on that when you have the opportunity. And let's see what's next. Let's open. Chap. Our bracket is moving on very nicely here. Boom. A little pre-match discussion. So this is our winners finals here, man. This bracket is motoring. Axe Solo, we have not seen play. Was in the last bracket playing Rachel. Is a beast. And then we've got Zhang, like, again, top rank layer 1 soldier. Salute. Not to play favorites. But, so we haven't seen Platinum in play. Platinum, oh boy. So I'm just going to get this out of the way. I can't stand Platinum's voice. It's generally, if a Platinum player comes up, I mute my game. I just find it's very obnoxious. She's also a little obnoxious in the gameplay department, though. Now, so she might not look like anything too special in the fact she has a little hitbox, but she's kind of the random item character in this game. Well, kind of. She is, right? Yes, TRM throw, opera throw. She does have 2 different voices, because apparently there's 3 people inside that body. We're not going to get into BlazBlue lore, because I don't understand it, and I don't want to. But what we will say about Platinum is you'll see she has a little item indicator, and she has a bunch of cute items like a frying pan and a cricket bat and a cat head. The cat head is actually a hammer. That's a very, very fast move that I think it produces a hard knockdown. Anyway, she has items that she can cycle through. The archetype is Faust, right, from Guilty Gear. That's kind of her unique mechanic. The other things to watch for with Platinum is she has a parry, and she probably has one of the best parries that isn't Hakumen's parry. Now, Makoto has a parry as well. You just don't see it very often because Zeng's just pedal to the metal. But when Makoto's parry comes out, if it hits you, man, you ain't gonna like that one. Anyway, so Platinum's parry, she sits there and kind of taunts you. If you hit her, there's a funny animation that occurs. Anyway, you get hit, and then I think she can get a full combo off of that. So she also has a super that powers up all of her items. Still waiting for... we're still waiting for Axe Solo. Oh, I think he created a lobby. Okay, he knows what's going on. So like I was saying, Platinum has a super that's an install that powers up all the items, and some of them are horrific. The cat hammer is very unpleasant. You'll notice that you'll know the cat hammer immediately. It looks like a cat face, and it makes a cat sound when she throws it. Yeah, she's good stuff. Also, she has some very unpleasant, like I think it's maybe 6C, the one where she advances on kind of a little magic carpet and hits you. Yeah, that move's terrible. Okay, everybody's up in the room. Let's get started. There we go. TRM Opera Throw and Zang. Start match. Sometimes I send that message and they're starting. Yeah, we're ready to rock and roll here. Let's get this money. Whoop. I don't think this is the first time Platinum's ever been played in a Layer 1 stream or bracket. I'm pretty sure somebody else played Platinum before. But I think at this point the only character we haven't seen is Hakumen. Ooh, okay. So TRM Opera Throw has played this game a reasonable amount. 300 plus matches. I think this is going to be a banger. Let's flip these graphics. I don't really know how this matchup goes. I don't know if I've ever actually seen this played. Oh boy, already the sounds. Okay, there's the cat hammer. We're seeing all the greatest hits already, like literally and figuratively. Ooh, the bubble. Okay, so when that bubble comes out, if that hits you, you basically just get suspended, and then Platinum can have their way with you. It sucks. Oh man, I'm getting mixed just watching this. I don't know what's going on. Okay, cat hammer. See that? See how fast that is and how much reach it has? Like, it's a huge hitbox. Those pogos that Platinum... so... Okay, something else to explain. These these treasure chests are traps, right? They're landmines. And they stay on the ground for a really long time. See that? He was comboing! He was comboing somebody and he hit the trap and he got exploded. In most fighting games, you think, if I'm hitting the other guy, his projectiles or whatever disappear. Not the treasure chests, man. They're sticking around. That's a present that you got to unpack. Okay, the next item that Platinum has is a hammer. If I'm remembering properly, that kind of looks like a slide head. I'm not super familiar with Platinum myself because, like I said, if somebody comes up as one and I think they're going to be good, I alt F4 because I just don't want to listen to her voice. Now, fortunately, I have the game's volume down pretty low, and I'm just blabbering so I don't have to hear it too much. Oh, we got the loops in the corner. Oh, no! Oh, that's going to hurt. Looped again. Yeah, TRM's going ham here. That's a nasty set. Oh my god, guard crush. So that was enhanced, right? She did that thing where she did spun around, did a little pose. See, her staff now has an effect around it. That means that all of her items are enhanced moving forward. Now this is winner's final, so this is first to 3. So we have more opportunities to adjust here. Saying taking a minute. Yeah, Platinum versus Rachel. Oh man, let's not do that. Like I said, it's just bullet hell at that point, right? I mean, I like those games, but you know, in bullet hell games. Axe Solo's like they know what they're doing here. There is also, I would imagine, so like I said, Platinum, because she has so many different items, right? And she had that's a greasy little overhead too. She has a lot of knowledge checks. And also the combos are like on point here. The side switches are good. So you see there too, if she doesn't like the item that she has, she can just throw it away, right? And it's actually a projectile that goes upwards at like a 45-degree angle. Oh, I don't know if he was spooked. So see the little present on the ground? That's still a mine. It's just not nearly as effective as the big ones. After here we go, a little combo actione. Okay, so as you saw there, that orb that Makoto creates. Oh, he knows the butt drop. He knows what's coming. Oh, that was so bold to mash after the overdrive, but I mean it paid off, right? Actually, let's talk about that. Oh no, a little sliver of health. There we go. Get rid of that sliver. Pull that sliver out. Okay. When you overdrive, as we've discussed, it gives you a brief period of invulnerability, right? And then there's kind of a bunch of things, because you kind of think of it as like getting meatied, right? Oh, that Halo's insidious. If you... There's the parry. It makes that funny boing noise. She can get massive combos off of that. I don't know if it just doesn't work against Platinum or what, because she does have a little hitbox, right? Anyway, the overdrive. If you're getting meatied, like if you're still in active frames during the overdrive, you can get hit unless you just hold down all 4 buttons and go straight into the Exceed Excel, which has a bunch of invuln. It's kind of, when the opponent overdrives, you immediately go into rock, paper, scissors, basically, right? And, oh, he went for the parry again there. He risked it all. Okay, this could be big damage. There we go. Zheng is a monster in the corner. Like I said, Street Fighter 6 player, right? The first thing you learn is to play your whole game in the corner. Both players still have lots of gauge here. The cat hammer. No. Not. Oh my god. That poor super. Gee willikers. Oh, as for Salty, yeah, people that call Plat bad, just... Nah, it's offside. It's not right. Although, you know what? That may come from some... I think Platinum is maybe the only character remaining in the cast that hasn't won a major tournament. I don't know if that's still accurate. It was a couple years ago. And you know, some people base everything off majors that they never attend to and don't play at the level of. Yeah, as well. Little resentment comments there. Let's get that one out of the way. Back to this match. So there we go. Roll to the corner. That was smart, actually. That was real smart. Because she was airborne, right? It's hard to contest that roll while she's on the ground because it lowers your profile, too. Hard to hit her. Okay, I think Zheng will get burst back before this round ends. Oh, that was nasty. Roll forward and then assume the offense. Plat, no DP, no meter. You have to respect that. So Platinum has an item, a cricket bat, that effectively works as like a one-button DP. See, oh, these rolls out of the corner are outstanding. That's layer 3. Is it going to work? Yeah, that super is notorious for just not working. You get hit while throwing it. I caught the caught the backdash. Wow, is that going ham on that one? Oh, that was crazy based. Oh. You know what? Thank you, Barry Whiff City 2. I just remembered that I have some commands here that I can use. If you were watching this and you were interested at all in Layer 1, we organize everything in our Discord channel, and I'm sure everyone is tired of being told to join our Discord, but ours should be the last one that you join, and it'll be the best one that you join, I promise. Okay, starting off the corner. Getting a little... Ooh, side switch to reset. Man, okay, we're... Oh no, the landmine! We're pulling out all the tricks now. Look at that double landmine action. We're seeing some pretty greasy play here. I actually don't know. Excuse me. That hurt to spend the gauge on that rapid cancel there. Air throw, very nice, man. I love seeing an air throw because I just don't have the reflexes to pop them. Will this be it? It should be. Oh no, the drop! Ooh, Makoto's. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't understand why there was no third punch there, but okay, we're on the sliver, and it's pulled. Man, these are some close matches. You can see, though, this is, quite impressive. Both these players are adapting to each other on the fly here. And we're only 2 matches in of a potential 5. I don't know if you guys can hear. I'm compulsively messing with a USB stick that's making a small click noise here, so I hope that's not driving everybody crazy. Anyway, oh, good block there, because I see he's learned. He's learned the pattern with that overhead. And trapped in the corner. No longer. Oh my goodness. You can't pin these guys in the corner, man. The evasion skill is too strong. Now let's watch the Okazeme option. I thought it was going to be the orb, but that's the risk. You can roll out of the orb. The air throw again. Now will this be a finisher here? Doesn't have enough gauge for a super. Nope. Oh boy. We are seeing more Makoto supers in these matchups. Than... Oh. Yeah, you got it. Well, you didn't have to burst. There's a... Oh boy. Oh man, getting caught by that one. That super, yeah, not like this. Or is it best to see it like this? See, that move there is punishable, but not necessarily by Makoto, right? It might be if she doesn't barrier block, because her range is so short. That's one of the things. Again, if you're a newer player, BlazBlue seems like it gives you an infinite amount of barrier, and it gives you a lot. But you have to be sort of, depending on your character. Like, character like Kagura doesn't really have to worry about it as much. Nice. Backdash to keep them in the corner. Didn't call it the burst with an attack, because that can be tricky to time, right? Because you have a lot of control over when you roll. But the backdash followed up by some hits, that was delicious. Anyway, I was talking about something, now I forget. It probably wasn't that. Oh yeah, barrier. You have a lot of barrier in BlazBlue. But if you barrier, it's kind of like pushback in Marvel, I guess. You know, kids don't play Marvel. You don't always want... We had an awkward moment there with the face-to-face. Now, okay, overdrive's back. That wouldn't have been enough to kill. I'm going to make my point, I swear, on barrier. You don't always want a barrier because it pushes the opponent too far back for you to follow up. Moments from disaster! Oh! Oh, top tier freeze frame on that one. Oh man, that was tops. Love it. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie. If I was Axel, I would be livid right now. I'd be seething. You would hear like talking through my teeth. Face would be all red. My wife would be coming down like, "What's wrong?" Nothing. Go back to bed. Oh, she's not asleep yet. Anyway. Yeah, this is mad close. Although, okay, yeah, again, we are, like, I don't know if Zeng had ever seen Platinum before this, but already you're seeing a lot of adaptation here from both players. Like, the corner escapes are, I think, going to become less frequent. Man, Axe Solo's combos are nasty. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, you know what? Just burst. Get out of the corner. I'm not holding it. Oh, well. There we go. Oh, that could have been so much worse. Wow, that was an outstanding match. Oh, we're getting some rare drops from Zeng here. I thought that DP was coming. I had that, in a rare case, I had that one sniffed out. Maybe it's because I watched this guy play. I don't know. Anyway, that's a... No. No. Oh, recovered in time to... Oh, okay. You know what? I called out that burst as being risky, and it was. But you got to believe in yourself sometimes. Look, see? It paid off. Now, going into this round, we'll probably get burst back, but it's dicey. I wouldn't have done it, but I lose a lot, so like, don't take advice from me. Other than when I say to mash constantly and always DP, especially as Naruto, always DP. Ooh, okay, so that was a very funny interaction. So see the 3 Mario bullets there? The one caught Makoto on the way up from the DP, which prevented the follow-up. Very nice play. Oh, this is, you can tell this is winners finals, man. These guys know what they're doing. Okay, good burst there. Yeah, that should be it. Oh, maybe not. I do like that Axe Solo just machine guns the projectile items when they have access. Oh my goodness. Oh, a counter assault. That's very rare to see here. So that funny spring noise that you just heard when Platinum batted Makoto away, that's like dead angle. I don't know if people know what that is. Okay, that's guard cancel, right, in most games. It's not a push block. It costs 50 meter. It's an attack. You have to hit with it. Brave counter in Grand Blue. It pushes the other guy away. Very nice. Down to the wire. This is insanely close, yeah. I'm loving it. Excuse me. Gee whiz. They're making me cough. Anyway, a lot of players at layer 1, or like at intermediate levels, forget to use counter assault, right? It's very easy to forget because also in this game most characters are kind of meter hungry, and you can get a lot by cashing out 50 meter. Like you get a super, combo extender, rapid cancel. But if you're just getting pressured endlessly, like to spend the 50 meter and end the situation, that was really smart. Anyway, so it was this combo into the corner, mad smart. Then forward rolls is over. It's over. Oh, neither player knew what to do there. Okay, again, I didn't understand that interaction there with that hammer. Nice. That was an outstanding overdrive escape. Those pogo combos are evil. I didn't think that was going to hit, but Makoto's DP has a lot of vertical. Oh, I think Zeng is dropping some combos here because of the smaller hitbox that Platinum presents. Ooh. Nah. Oh, and it doesn't even go low enough to hit the presence either. Insidious. Okay, they're both going to get a burst back this round. Okay, so take a look at the item that Platinum has now. It's the cricket bat. There you go. Instant DP. Evil. Deeply evil. solos. Oh, see the delayed tech there in the roll through? Oh, that's a long distance sliding low. Like that's it's he pretty much had to burst there. Platinum had the meter. Oh, keeps getting hit by that sliding. That's it. See, that's all you need to find though, right? It's just that one trick that your opponent doesn't know, that one move they're not familiar with, and man, it can carry you a long way. Really good game. That was very impressive by both players. Bring the volume down to go to post-match analysis, where I have no meaningful criticism for either players. They both played exceptionally well. We saw lots of adaptation during that game, and we saw like counter assault. That one always jumps out at me. Stuff that you don't normally see in the Layer 1 bracket. So both these guys are very skilled players. Let's see what's available for our next game. Your God, Susanoo. I can't believe this is the first time in the tournament we're seeing Susanoo. Susanoo is like very common in beginner brackets. All right, let's get this money. So we haven't talked about Susanoo because we haven't seen them. Unbelievable. I'm reeling from this. Susanoo is a big body character that has humongous buttons. I played Susanoo for the first time the other day in one of our practices. I got Susanoo on random select, and I was actually laughing out loud. I couldn't believe the way that the buttons work. They're hysterical. They're so powerful. Anyway, so Susanoo's gimmick is at the start he's quote unquote weak because he only has one special. He has a gun in his elbow that he can shoot at you. It's a very fast full screen projectile, but it has a lot of recovery. His other specials he has to unlock by hitting you with a drive. You can block the drive, he still unlocks a special, and he has 8 little specials over his super gauge. He unlocks them one at a time by hitting the opponent while the special is signified, then he has it for the rest of the round. That's it. Other than that, he's just a big gorilla character that has like plus frames on demand, essentially. If you don't know how to get out of the frame traps that he has, he can kind of keep you in them forever, and then he does massive damage. So Susanoo has a lot of advantages. He's a very strong character at all levels of play. The downside, this sounds dumb, but when he runs, he's kind of logy and it takes a while to start running. That's honestly a big downside for him. Other than that, when he doesn't have seals, the idea that he's weak is just not accurate. He's still he's a very good character, excuse me. But he is comparatively weak, right? And he needs some of those tools in certain matchups. Like he has a move where he slides along the ground and hits the opponent that gets him under fireballs, that kind of stuff. If he doesn't have those, man, you're in trouble. So a specific matchup thing with Susanoo is you often want to burst the second he hits you. Oh, my apologies. I gotta invite these guys into the stream. Okay. Let's get Hollow. And there's 2 Your Gods in our Discord. I am assuming they're the same person, but it's 2 distinct accounts. Anyway, they should be in here any moment now, because these guys both know what they're doing. Possibly the other Your God. Let's tag them both. Okay, Hollow, we're up in here. Just waiting for Y Jizzle. Now, Salty goes berserk anytime that Your God is around. I'm assuming these guys are in the same crew or whatever. There we go. All right, these guys are rocking and rolling. And let's go to game. So we got Vampire Lolly plus their crew of misfits versus whatever the hell Susanoo is. I think he's like Hawkman's suit with Terumi inside, and then for some reason he develops shoulder mouths. You know, that could happen to anybody realistically. You put the wrong suit on. Oh, Your God has played quite a bit. This matchup sucks for Susan, I think. I'd believe it. He's big, right? He's vulnerable to the Libellias. It'll be hard for him to approach. So the question becomes, I was just going to say, how lame can Hollow play? So Susanoo has a lot of mix-up tools as well, like multiple overheads. And I think he can do back-to-back overheads, which is evil in any game. Another thing he has is his jumping C button, where he does like a flying axe kick. Not only does it look totally sweet, but it's very good jumping button. Very good. Okay, now on the other hand, being trapped in the corner against Rachel, very, very bad. George on deck. Ooh, he vanished. That counter assault was very smart. So that double punch that Susanoo does, where he... Oh, that was going to be a huge crush trigger. That double punch that Susanoo does, where he advances, is one of the best normals in the game. It's plus, leads to frame trap, leads to overhead, as you just saw there. Does it all. Susan Discord calls this 7-3 in Rachel's favor. Yeah, well... You know, I've never noticed that when Rachel does the wind upwards, all the little flower petals go upwards. That's a very... This is one of the best looking stages, I think. I guess it's her home turf, so, you know. Okay, so there was the elbow laser there. You see that? It's an extremely fast full-screen projectile, but... I mean, for most characters, it's punishable somehow. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. He was so open to be counter-hit there. And we're back in the corner against Rachel. George on deck. Electrocuted. Let's see if the bats come out. I don't think we've seen the bats yet. And there's the bats. So Batman, so what the bats do is they passively drain your health. So while Rachel's hitting you, if you're in the little bat's aura field, the damage that's being displayed by the combo counter is not accurate. You're actually taking significantly more. It's kind of like Hazma's over... Let's share! Is this it? Will your god burst? No, it's not it, though. Oh, that was nice. Hit him in the foot. Salty screaming advice at your god while he's playing a match in the chat. That's bars. Okay. Early burst by Hall there. I don't know. It was a treacherous decision. And now he's cornered. This is rough stuff. Oh, blue beat. Look at all the health, the red health, and Rachel's health bar there. There we go. Escape. I mean, it ain't over till it's over, right? Like half health is no big deal. Hollow playing a little more aggressively than I probably would, but on the other hand, like he's a way better Rachel player than me, so I don't know why I'm pretending I know what to do here. Now, let's take a look at Susanoo's super gauge while he's getting mauled in the corner. Uh-oh. No longer. EA! This is pretty good damage. So over... There we go. Get that win back. So over Susanoo's super gauge, you can see he has, I think there's 8 of them, 8 of those little boxes. Each one represents a different special move. The most important one is the second one, well, in most matchups. The second one from the left, that's his Dragon Punch, right? If he has a Dragon Punch, you have to play very differently against him. And then the last one is the Sword, which is like an almost full-screen sweeping thing that beats virtually all projectiles. It's very good against Rachel. Okay, your god has burst back, so there has to be... I was just going to say 2 interactions, but, you know, polished off by the throw. I'm genuinely surprised that this isn't losers finals. These guys are both very good. That's salty. Well, that's a bold round start choice, but it paid off. It paid off big league, actually. Corner Oak isn't... Oh, my God. I'm not going to say that's unblockable, but, like... Ooh, the mash god comes out! Love mashing. Simple as. See the cow. And sometimes, too, like, one of those projectiles lingers and it can still hit you. It's so obnoxious, that super. Oh, man, Hall's going in. Okay. Your guy with the late burst. Hopefully it doesn't grow to red. Now, that's another thing, too. Susanoo's Overdrive is a very powerful tool because it unlocks all of his seals, right? He has access to everything while he's in Overdrive. So you can use that to get more seals permanently for the rest of the round. Yeah, he keeps unlocking the spinny Sonic the Hedgehog move and the Ground Viper. Now, the Ground Viper is very good against Rachel. Well, you know what? George, man. George locks down the Ground Viper. So, actually, you know, I guess he'll hit it. I don't know, is that one of those... No, George should tank that. He has like 600 health. Okay, so we heard the little pop opening sound is what I'd compare it to there. Susanoo can just stand still and unlock a seal. And sometimes, you know, like when Rachel's, you know, off on a first-class flight, 10 screens up, like you might as well, you're not doing anything else, right? But it's an option you don't see play very much because it's not safe. Here we go. This is the... Okay, now we're in... The jazz hands are out. The mix. Extremely fast overhead, lots of seals. It's very hard to get out of here. Saying it was very hard to get out of here, but is this it? Will Hollow burst? I think just going to hold it for the next round. Yep, smart. Very nice. I mean, I liked it, the raw 6D. Why not? I wouldn't burst there either. I'm an idiot, though. Okay. Good blocks. And that last little slide there. Susanoo has like some funny animations. I think that's the same animation as the God Press when you miss it, but it's where he just kind of like looks like he falls over because he's kind of a clumsy idiot. I love those. Oh, clapped by the elbow gun there. You know, actually, I guess the elbow gun is probably quite good in this matchup because the Labella doesn't recover fast, and because it has that arching trajectory, the elbow gun will go under it, and it's like instant, full screen. Oh, here we go. Wow, the blocks. That was nice. And he's out. Good jailbreak. Oh, didn't manage to combo there, but a little masherino. Always mash. Oh no. No burst. Oh, this is... Oh, combo drop. Good counter assault. See that right there? No bar left. Well worth it not to be cornered by Susanoo with the DP. He's got to keep that in mind, though. Like, you can only maintain so much pressure at this point. Oh, not if he kicks in the air. Ah, that's a wrap. Wow, that was good stuff. Well played by both players there. Ah, Salty. Former champion Salty losing his mind in the chat. His boy, I know the feeling when your boys get eliminated because it happens to me every game. These are all my BBCF children, it feels like. I mean, as I excuse me, joked about before, we're now at the point where it's like being a parent and your kids can beat you up now. A lot of them are just better than me, but it still hurts. Anyway, yeah, that was well played by both players, but Hollow, man, was going mark. That is a hard... I can see it, though. That's a hard match for Susanoo, right? You have to navigate all the little obstacles. At least he can punch out George pretty easy. But I think a lot of his moves that hit George in one go and just get rid of him are also kind of slow on the recovery, right? So, yeah, take a chance there. And Susanoo also his air dash, like, it's not the best. Yeah, I can see that one being a tough one. Again, though, I have no criticisms there for... Oh, Mr. Speeder's up. Oh, man, God. Jen with the lightning fingers. You guys don't even know, like... Excuse me. Yeah, without Jen, these brackets are completely unworkable. So thank goodness she's around. Anyway, we've seen both these characters before. Now, Mr. Speeder has a lot less experience, and I don't know if he's ever played against Rachel. And I imagine this matchup is also very challenging for her. But we'll see, right? Like, if Celica, the Gorilla Factor, just kicks in, they'll be rocking and rolling. I'm gonna need every god in the world as for Mr. Speeder. You know what? You're good. You got the gods on your side. I mean, I shouldn't have said that. That's blasphemous. Are both these guys in the room? Yep. All right, let's do this. We're motoring right along here. Bring in my volume. And we are in the post match. Production error, unbelievable. And swap sides here. Excuse me. I have no familiarity whatsoever with this matchup. But that also, I mean, I don't know if Hollow has any familiarity with Celica. And if you don't, like, she's nasty. The Celicar. Oh, we're just getting right into it. Hollow's coming in hot. I think Mr. Speeder's been on the cooldown as well. Okay, dive kicks. I mean, not a bad... Oh, uh-oh. Quick burst, the big thumbs up from the robot. Celica does have some tricks that will let her evade some of the bullet hell shenanigans, right? Again, the dive kicks. She has a good air dash as well, and her run speed is quite good. I think that thing where Minerva becomes a jet also might go through projectiles. Oh, interesting. Took the throw. Meaty throw. Oh, boy. You know what? I should have just believed Mr. Speeder when he said he needed the gods on his side. See the damage there? A lot of that health was drained by the bats. There we go. Perfect prevention service. Oh. Are we coming all the way back? No. But we tried. You guys have no idea how much water I drink during these. It doesn't matter. This cough's been present for like 3 weeks now. Again, it's probably because of all that the snorting monster that I do before these, so I can talk enough to at least keep things from being totally dead air. Oh man, this is looking. Oh, I didn't notice that only the robot gets electrocuted on that animation. Anyway, yeah, this is rough stuff for Mr. Speeder. I mean, for him to have made it this far in the bracket though, is like very impressive. I know he hasn't played this character that much. Oh, interesting. I don't know what was happening there. I think that was... I got clipped by that EA. Bam. Yeah, this is loser's quarters. This is a pretty deep run for Mr. Speeder. Like, with a relatively new character. That's very good. Well, we saw earlier, actually. He was rocking and rolling. Alright, taking a minute. Taking a breather. Uh-oh. Oh, he's thinking about it. No, he's going to the chamber. Mr. Speeder's got a deep magazine of characters. No, we're sticking with we're sticking with the one that brought you here. Now, I will say, as an expert Celica player who doesn't know anything other than Gatlings, uh-oh. Come on, man. Let's not. But we've been doing so well. Yeah, we're stuck. All right, well, you guys will never believe it.
Please hold.
All right. Well, you know, we have to say this every time. I love this game. It's my favorite video game ever made. But, oh boy, does it have issues. Once the IPO pops for Layer 1, I will pay Arxis to produce a patch that gives us some more stability. Anyway, let's get back into it. So we know Hollow's up one game. And we were just going to the next one. I'm glad somebody respects the Vaporwave theme. I'm all about the aesthetic. I love Mallwave. It's hard to find royalty-free Mallwave, though, since it's like an entire genre based on stealing other people's music. Anyway, enough with the Mallwave, or Mallsoft, whatever you want to call it. Oh, okay, I was going to say, Mr. Speeder after the reconnect? He's got a little pep in his step. He's not going to... Yeah, this is a no-bullying zone. Oh, a wild swing. Oh, 2 wild swings. So there, Mr. Speeder had some green health. Okay, I was going to say, did George tank the fireball? See how much green health Celica has right now. Now, when he spends it, as he did there for that devastating overhead, oh, that was an interesting cross under to keep the corner. You spend, it's all or nothing, right? You can't spend part of it to enhance a move, so it doesn't really benefit you to collect a whole lot of... Oh, this is going to hurt. Yeah. Very nice. Wow, Mr. Speeder coming back. Are we all the way back? Anyway, when Celica spends the green health to enhance a move, it's all or nothing. So the only way you can benefit from stashing a whole bunch of it is to do the health recovery, and generally, like I was talking about before, good awareness to swap sides there. It's very rarely... Ooh, interesting. Okay, he's maintaining some pretty strong corner pressure. I don't know if Hollow knows that that's the best move in the game. Celica's 6A, where she just falls over, starts with an overhead, ends with a low. It's Kino. Not only is it my favorite sprite work in the game, but it also surprisingly good, and you can cancel after it to go into a pretty strong combo. I mean, I don't know the combo, but I know you can do it because it's happened to me. Nice, he recovered before he got hit by that. I think Hollow was just getting the... Oh, George doing work. Ooh, it's over. Them little jumpy overheads that Rachel can get, man. The worst. The wind gauge recovers so fast, too. Oh, wow, that was the hardest call out. Now, unfortunately, so Celica's, that's her equivalent of a DP, right? Now, it's not a DP. It's not invulnerable, but it has armor. So it has more... Oh, George off screen. Gee whiz. Is there anything that guy doesn't do? As I was saying, so Celica's DP, which is that giant upwards punch, you can throw it to counter it, right? Moves that beat armor will also be... Oh my god, he's being chased by George. Okay, so I was going to explain the little hovering thing that was on Celica there. It's not over here. Oh, but it was close. We got the burst back. Yeah, okay, he didn't die with burst. That's always a... Not dying with burst is always a win. Honestly, good showing. Oh, we swapped sides again. Gee willikers. Where are we at here? Okay. Nice. We fought through the technical difficulties. The off-screen George, I mean, you know, I forgot to pop. Well, you know what? Could happen to you. Okay, so for the post-match, like we've been talking about, Hollow is probably one of the best players in these brackets, and I don't know how to play Rachel well at all, so I can't provide any meaningful criticism or advice. Mr. Speeder, you saw, I mean, improvement there alone, right? Like he took a round. That's really good for somebody that has barely played this character. We know that Mr. Speeder knows how to play fighting games in general. So really, it's just a question of like learning some conversions. That first round of the second game, you saw once the pressure was on, it was hard for Rachel to get out. Celica is not to be taken lightly, especially in the damage department. Okay, so up next, we've got winners semifinals. It's Chef and Hollow. Ooh. Oh, thank you, Jen. We're already queued up. Bam, bam. And pre-match. We know both these players. We've seen them multiple times. We know what they're up to. Let me tag them into the room, and we'll get into the match. Hollow and Chef. Speeder, one round against you is good enough for me. He said the same thing in the ladder, too. He got one game off one of the guys, I think in one of the gold brackets, actually, which is, again, very good. Speeder's a beast. Like, never sleep on that guy. He slaps me up all the time in other games. 2x KO as well. We will be playing as a team in duos. Oh, I gotta kick Mr. Speeder. Nothing personnel, kid. In an upcoming event. Let's get this money. Start match. Oh, I all capsed it too, so they know I'm serious. Wait, no. This is fair. Maybe Hollow's having a cupcake break. Anyway, yeah, me and Mr. Speeder are playing as a team in 2x KO, a game that neither of us know how to play, in 2 weeks, and it's going to be godlike. I play Warwick, and he plays the girl with a gun. Yeah, you can't really go wrong. Oh, I got the rock back. There we go. I keep forgetting to turn that option off. Anyway, enough of my personal problems. Yoink. Okay. It's Chef, and I don't know. There we go. Hollow's data wasn't showing up there. Chef and Hollow. So we have the relatively straightforward traditional fighting game character with stocks versus the unhinged lunacy of controlling the wind. And you know what? Let's call it 4 characters. I mean, calling it only 3 is discounting George, who, as we've all seen, is key to the game plan. Okay, nice conservative start here. Very respectful. This should, yeah, all the way to the corner with you. No EA. We know Hollow normally lands the EA at the end of the overdrive. Now, let's see what Chef does. We're just trading overdrives. Okay. So going for a damage route instead of the Exceed Excel. The Exceed Excel, it gets you active flow, which ain't nothing, right? Like active flow, when you first start playing, that's just one more thing to think about. But it's really important. I know that because I never think about it, and I lose games because of it. Burst management is huge in this game, and active flow is right. Whatever, George. There we go. Nice. Man, that falling jumping A that Rachel does. Such a good move. Anyway, okay. Will we DP? No, didn't DP. Now, should that have been a DP? Probably not with George there. Once you're cornered, man, especially when those bats come out, oh, it's so treacherous. See that though? Chef kept the burst. No point in bursting in that situation. Like it's, ouch. I don't want to say it's over, but like we're at the bros phase. Like it's not so over. It's over. It's not so over. Okay, smart burst. So there, right? That combo probably wasn't going to lead to a whole lot. I think it was off maybe it might have been an A button, but just I don't want to sit in the corner against Tsubaki, especially when she has stocks. Forget it. Now, unfortunately, we're back in that same situazione, and Hollow did put himself there. Man, Chef has that staircase combo down. Tsubaki's so flashy. That's the funny thing about her. Like she's got a sword, right? But it's a very short sword. A lot of her buttons are very short ranged. So she kind of relies on the specials to get in, but she has lots of approaches like dive kick, advancing. She can throw a fireball and then come up behind it. The hammer moves her forward. She has lots of ways to get close, but normals, she has sliding normals, but they're desperately unsafe. Oh, this situation is grim. Now, okay, for once I actually have some meaningful advice that I can provide there. A good option for Chef there would have been the counter assault. Right? It would have pushed Rachel to the other side of the screen. I mean, that's a good position for Rachel to be in, but it's better than her being in your face in the corner. Even though Tsubaki has the DP, in that situation, it's too risky. Rachel's Okazeme is very strong. For 50 meter, it's well worth just getting out of the corner. Okay, we're seeing the charges from Chef, which I like. Because Rachel, she will give you a moment to breathe, right? Like when she's on the other side of the screen there. Yep. Oh, man. Okay, now he's squeaking it in. It's like me looking for money in the couch. He's taking it anywhere he can get it. Good. Stay out of the corner. Forget it. There we go. A little mash action. He's really squeezing those in, actually. Oh, that was good. So he used the enhanced forward charging move to get the knockdown, get him some more distance. And he's slowly working his way out of the corner. Oh, interesting interaction there. Is that guard point at the front? No, whatever it is. Ooh, he tried to jump in. It was risky, but at least he didn't get hit. That super is so deceptive, right? It's kind of hard to tell when it ends because it also has different animations based on how many win stun. Oh, the charging forward is an anti-air. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Nice. Chef's combo game is looking pretty airtight. I don't know if I've seen him really drop much of anything. Oh, the waiting game there, the stare down. You know what, though? That is... So in BlazBlue, I've heard good players say, and so now I'll repeat them because I'm not one, just running up and standing in front of the other player is a strong move. Not only does it assert dominance, like it's alpha, but, you know, wait and see what the other guy does, right? Now, against some characters, that's pretty risky, like, you know, I guess Bang. But, yeah, sometimes you can wait and see what they do. If they barrier, grab them, right? You get that throw reject. Smart burst there. That combo is going to do almost no damage. I want that corner. And you know George wants the corner too. Will he be back? Ooh, good punish there. Man, Chef has, like, the fundamentals are very strong. Like, you know, I don't want to assume, but I'm guessing this is like a third strike player? Samsho player? Psych, there are no Samsho players. I wish. Samurai Showdown 5? Okay. Yeah, just block it. Why take the chance? See what I'm talking about? Oh, man. Sometimes you just get hit by one of them things. This is so close. Can he close it out? He has gauge. Does he know an extension? Yes. That was nice. That was nice. 1-1. This isn't even losers finals. How deadly are the Layer 1 soldiers getting? Good lord. This is mad tight. Tooth and claw on it here. So 1-1. Final game. These guys have seen each other's game now. Okay, Hollow going for that early burst. Again, he wants the corner. Chef going with the... Okay, he likes that neutral jump. Well, alright. It worked. Sometimes just jump on the spot. Like in real life too, like if your boss is like, I need to talk to you, just start jumping in one spot. He won't know what to do. He'll leave you alone. Keep that job for another week. Oh boy, this could be a big combo. Okay, smart burst there yet. You know what? Because, like, not only are you going to take the damage, the positional loss. You don't want it. And to the corner. Both these guys are... Oh, empty jump to throw the fundamentals! Is BlazBlue like an unhinged anime game flooded with knowledge checks and gimmicks? Yes. But, Layer 1. Go back to it on the regular. Things that work in any game work here. Now, Hollow, big time overdrive advantage here. I think Chef will probably get it this round, but it'll be close. Went for the burst. Okay. He's thinking, you know what? I'm not saving nothing. We're all in. It's working. Oh, went for the overdrive and got mashed on. There's going to be no second escape this time. Look at Chef just squeezing in those charges anywhere they can get him in. That's so good, man. That's so much improvement in such a short period of time. I'm so impressed by some of these players. Like, it takes me forever to integrate anything new into the way I play. These guys are doing it in individual rounds of a tournament game. Oh, the bats. The bat signal's gone out. Blue beat. It's over. Now, if the bats weren't there, there's a good chance with the damage scaling that Chef actually would have survived that, but the bats pushed over the edge. That's actually something I haven't talked about tonight that I normally talk about every bracket, especially when a blue beat comes up. When you get hit with a blue combo, right, you could have escaped at some point theoretically. Sometimes, though, just let it rock. Like, just take the damage. Because, first of all, some characters have resets that they can put you into if you recover immediately. As a tagger player, that's like, I love those knowledge checks because it's the only way I ever win against skilled players. But the other thing is the damage scaling becomes so profound sometimes. Let the other guy use a super. Use 50 meter to get, like, 300 damage. That's a good deal. So Chef ain't getting no burst back this one. Hollow definitely will. Whoa, went for the... That was a good block. I got hit there for sure. Good counter assault too. George A! Look at that. Sliding on his belly. Oh, no. Oh, I thought there was going to be more damage and corner carry there. We are in the danger zone here. This is as close as it can be. Oh my god, I thought it was over. I think that was a panic overdrive. I think that might have been intended to be a burst, but you know what? If it works out in the end... I don't think this will kill. I was wrong. Oh, never mind. She had less health than I thought. I mean, I guess that's self-evident. Wow, that was a really good game. That was really good. These Layer 1 guys are becoming killers. Exceptionally well played. Oh, are we doing another one? That ain't right, boys. Semifinals. Anyway. All right, well. You know what? I think they just got to work it out. I think it's personal at this point. Let's go to the post-match analysis and let them sort that out. Oh my, no, they're playing their hearts out. I mean, these matches were so banging. It's understandable to think you're in losers finals, and I don't think I'm going to be able to stop them now. All right, well, they're going ham. I'm going to take a look at the bracket here. There's very little left. Okay, so all we have left is our losers finals and then grands. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Okay, let me just quickly check in. No, they're playing their hearts out, and I can't stop them at this point. They're not going to be looking at Discord. All right, well, what are you going to do? You know what? The passion counts for a lot. Let me report this. And then I'm going to start shilling. This is finally giving me a break to do some shilling, which is great because, you know, I mean, I'm a shillionaire. I'll shill anything. I'm the Krusty the Clown of the FGC. Post-match analysis, like you heard me during the match, I have nothing meaningful to say to both these guys. They're really good players. Okay, so you know what? We missed this, so let's see what happened last time on Layer 1. Normally I do this at the start, I swear, but I was a little crunched for time. Anyway, our previous bracket winner was Haji, who came in last and ended up with a first place finish. Haji is part of this contingent of players from Costa Rica that we have. I'm sure I'm, you know, I mean, I'm as white and ignorant English as it gets, so I can't pronounce anything that isn't like the name John. But anyway, Haji had a pretty dominant run with big damage Kagura. Just mowing people down with the 2C and the flash kicks. It was pretty tight. Go watch the VOD. You can see the path of destruction. So he won the whole thing, which means that he won the commissioned art from Takun, which is going to be of Kagura. And then let's peep the top 8. So we had some Layer 1 soldiers and some new faces that showed up as well. JL, Rain was there. Koei, I mean, what more can be said? Hollow, who's still in the running for this one. And then Your God were all Layer 1 veterans. But then we had a bunch of new characters. So Haji, new. Axton, new. Axton is TRM Throw Opera, a.k.a. Chef, who we just saw play. Again, is going to place quite highly in the bracket. And our first Bullet, Senor Aman, who put in a very good performance. Everyone goes wow when they see Bullet for many reasons. But yeah, that was a very exciting bracket as well. So congratulations to the top 8. And of course to our winner, Haji, who will win a commissioned piece of art from Takun. Who's Takun, you may be asking? You know what? Let's shill it real quick. I got a whole bunch of wares to shill here, including some local tournaments. Oh, I think these guys have figured out there was... Anyway, you know what? Let's let it rock. Talking about Takun. Takun is a local artist in my area who had some commissions from Jen and Smart Esports, who, in addition to donating her time unbelievably generously and making this whole thing work and teaching me how all the technology behind it works as well, has also commissioned 3 pieces of art from our last 3 bracket winners. So we're going to be getting a Jubei from Fishbones. We're going to be getting Kagra from Haji, who we just saw. And then whoever wins tonight is getting the 3rd and final piece of art commission. Go check out the wares. You can see all the contact and the socials on this piece of art that he's given us to help me shill. Then let's talk about some events. Stance Cup, the most based tournament in fighting games in the Toronto area. Check out the main games, aka the only games, aka the sickest games. We only do anime stuff up in here. Street Fighter 6, never heard of it. Melty Blood, you know we're about it. No longer in the bathroom, now on the main stage. You should come out to this if you can. I would love to, but I'm stuck in the wagey cage, which is really unfortunate. Or I would definitely go to this and get destroyed because some of the players at this, they're so good at plays. Well, I've seen them play. If you want to watch these guys play, you can check the Toronto top tier streams. They play at like Northern Battles, is what they call their local. So this is like a regional tournament for these games. Under Night is the coolest fighting game that I'm too stupid to play. And I don't really know anything about Melty Blood. I haven't played one since I was in college, so I'm not going to expose my total ignorance on that among many other topics. And then we're eating good in the anime fighting game scene in the GTA, because in London on April 18th, there is a game, there's a tournament happening at like a physical game store, I think. I've never been here. 4 City Fighters. They added BlazBlue to the roster recently, so now it's worth going to. Tekken's being played. They're just like, you know, whatever. What are you going to do? Are those guys fighting again? Yeah, I think they're just waiting for me to stop shilling. Anyway, so I don't know a whole lot about this event. We can see Street Fighter, we can see Tekken, and we can see Guilty Gear. I heard BlazBlue's in it, so you should go because it's a great game. I guess you could play the other games too if you're into that. I don't know, whatever. And then I want to promote, this is from our friends at Smart Esports, which is like Jen's esports organization. So this is Game Set Match. You might have seen me shill this previously. I have finished watching it all. It's long. I'll let you know that. It's around 2 hours, this set of interviews. Game Set Match is an interview done by another member of Smart Esports, Katie. She interviews people from the fighting game community. They're pretty in-depth interviews. They tend to be long. There's more people to get thrown in as they go. The dialogue expands. But this is really interesting. I just finished it today. It's broken up into a couple parts, and it's talking about people with disabilities playing fighting games, including this guy, Blind Warrior Sven, who I guess is pretty well known in the Street Fighter community because he's blind, and he plays Street Fighter at a very competitive level. So it has the usual kind of fighting game talk, but there are a couple things in this conversation that are extremely thought-provoking. I kind of had to pause the interview and actually think about it. The one that really kind of threw me for a loop is Sven is talking about how he's learning, because, you know, he interprets characters' designs through audio, right, and how they play. And he can play through audio cues, which is just mind-boggling to me, but he also forms an image of them through audio entirely. But then he met a cosplayer that was playing JP at a tournament. So through that, he then had to align his mental image of the character with the physicality of the character, right? Like how they're presented as Capcom presents them, basically, with their visual design. Anyway, there's a lot of really interesting stuff in the interview. I strongly encourage you to go give it a listen. It's well worth your time. So please go check it out. Anyway, that's actually everything I have to shill, other than our upcoming events, which is always the last thing I do. But because these guys are still tied up in-game, I'm just going to see if I can hurry them along. Please back out after your set. Okay. If they don't, I'm just going to Alt F4 and start again. Let's talk about the next event, because I'm probably going to be tired by the time this ends. Actually, we're making pretty good pace here. Okay. Our next bracket. Oh, nice. It's with the stage we just did. We have multiple axes. Oh, man, I'm sorry, guys. The names. Oh. Okay. So our next event, sorry, our auto moderator is so aggressive here, and it's hard for me to keep an eye on it. Anyway, it thinks the word shill is like an egregious slur, I suppose. Our next bracket, you should come to it. It is in May on the 5th, a Tuesday, as we always do. Okay, looks like they're ready to go. Come to this event. The other thing, let's just get that in real quick. You should also come to our practices every Thursday. We now run them in the online lobby mode, and it's really good. They're really fun. It gives you a visual representation of what's going on. again, you should come to these. And let's do our pre-match for this one. It's going to be Zeng versus Hall. We've seen them both. We've seen both these characters multiple times now. So let's just get right into it. These are obviously two of our best players. Like, these guys are long-standing Layer 1 troopers. So it's been really cool to see their kind of development over time, how much better they've gotten, which is incredible. Like, these guys learn so much fast to me. It's unbelievable. Okay, we're ready to rock. Let's go to game. No surprise character change, Swerve. Losers finals. Zeng and Hollow. This is like a faded encounter. This is like an arcade mode thing where they'd have a custom intro, as this game does have for many. Peak Kino. Alright, shilling aside, let's get this money. Everybody wants to see this one. These guys are both perpetual favorites in the Layer 1 universe. I don't know the name of the things that Rachel had, but the one just made a very funny noise, so I was getting hurt. Dangerous situation. Oh, the throw. That was a smart thing to do out of the overdrive, right? Because the default is going to be just going to block, and now hold it in the corner. Okay. Zeng. Oh, look at the mash. The mash followed by the overhead with the reset. The reset. We're in reset city. And still has the burst. I would have panic burst so quickly there. Okay, he knows he can't run under her quickly enough. Oh my goodness, that was an aggressive run-up. I don't know if Hollow is used to getting chased this hard. These guys have played each other a good number of times. Like, in our practices, these are kind of headliner matches that people... Unfortunately, the new format, we can't watch their games. But these were matches everyone usually wanted to see during our previous practices. Oh, I wasn't sure who was going to win that interaction. Now, that one was a pretty clean-cut win. Ooh, I would... Okay, that... A rare case where I can safely say I would not have burst there. So that is something worth covering, though. The burst was during a DP, right? But the DP is done after the second hit. It doesn't do that much damage. There's not much else coming. I guess for positional advantage, it's worth considering, but that's a tough one. Now, on the other hand, as usual, I was critical. Oh, interesting. There was a side switch there, and the hitbox was on the wrong side. It worked out. I mean, Hollow is winning now. Oh, no. Self-cornering? Yep. Man, Zeng's hit confirm off those jumping, like, that's so hard to do. Hard for me, anyway. Okay, both players have meter here. This is a risky situation. Nice, wow. The most patient option there is. Meaty throw. Now, this one's a first to 3. We're getting a treat here. Squirrels versus Lolly. Who's the money on? Oh, interesting little stop there with the that backstep punch. Man, Hollow has been playing quite aggressively with the Rachel here. We're not seeing the kind of lame stand back Rachel play. And like when I say lame, I encourage lame play. I'm about it, but oh, Zeng with the most. Oh my god, the run is so fast. The projectiles came back the other way. That's okay. That's offside. I'm calling foul on that one. Okay, we got some squirrel power action in the chat here. Nice with the mash. You know, so he didn't get much off it, but got the corner, which position in this match is big, right? Again, just because Mikado's range is like, it's just so short. Oh, those run-ups are pushing. Look at that. The projectile's coming from behind. George, like, oh, interesting. I got confused there myself. I certainly wouldn't have blocked that. These guys are breaking out all the tricks now. Okay, the roll to the corner. A Zeng classic. Bonk. Counter assault, smart. Good use of meter. So see that there? That's like squirrels on the ground, right? And then the Lobello's covering the skies. The approach options become so limited. Ooh, interesting feint there. This is tight. Okay, both players are going to have burst before this round ends. Yeah. Hollow just hit and burst. Georgie, no! Oh, man. He's gotten so good at that. Sorry. He's gotten so good at reacting with that, like, that big punch full screen thing. He used to throw it all the time and it would just do nothing. Now, like, I don't know if he has had it blocked once this set. It's just, it's very nice to see players, like, you can watch them develop chronologically over time, right? That's one of the coolest things about doing the whole Layer 1 thing. I find these matches extremely entertaining. Oh, look at this. This is a bit of a... Just when you think it's a mauling on one side. Oh, you just gotta block that. Wow, standing jab for an anti-air. Okay, Zhang with the burst. Okay, Zhang's pursuit is relentless, right? Really keeps the pressure on Hollow, which again, not all characters can do that. Makoto is exceptionally fast on the ground. Now, Hollow still has burst here, so again, we're down to kind of like, oh, a stray hit puts that one in the bag for Hollow. I was going to say we're looking at a minimum one more interaction for Zhang to win. We knew this was going to be very close. I suspect it'll go to the wire. Unless, like that match we saw with was Axe Solo playing Platinum, where you just find that one button, right, that the other person's not used to, and you can kind of just ride it to a couple wins. That happens. These guys have played each other enough, though, that I don't expect that to happen. Although, we haven't seen that move. That move used to be godlike, and now I never see it anymore. They must have made it terrible. Just trading bursts. We want the corner. Wow, the butt drop didn't hit George. As we're seeing here, like, George is outrageous. one of the oh, ooh, we're on the cusp of negative warning. I don't know if, okay, so to explain negative warning in BlazBlue, because this game has such strong zoning characters like what you're looking at here now, or New 13, or even Lambda, Lychee sometimes. If you just keep running away, eventually you get something called a negative warning, and then eventually you get a negative penalty if you keep avoiding engagement. And it just empties out your barrier, and you go straight to danger state, which is not good. It's not the... I didn't... Like, come on, how fast can Makoto be on the ground? I didn't see that one coming. Good lord. Oh. Oh no! Georgie! Okay, can we steal the round off George? Not in this interaction. If there was a reset, possibly. The big delay tech. George is still on the ground. No, he activated. You could hear him. Oh, is Rachel doing something? No. Look at all these projectiles. Oh my god, burst and then got hit. Clutchest DP. Okay, Zen going in with 0 overdrive though. That's rough stuff. I guess he's got another round if he really needs it though. Hollow starting with overdrive, which it's not just burst, right? That's huge. If you can use it as uh-oh, my lungs are going. If you can use it as overdrive and get an EA, it's very feasible to end up with another full overdrive in a single round. So starting with overdrive in round 2 is super advantageous. Okay, oh man, the barrier is taking a beating here, and there we go. Finally, the throw mix to crack the shell. In the safe zone. But see, look at that. With the wind, you can reverse the position of those projectiles off the super completely. That's insane. Okay, now we're in the corner. Uh-oh, no meter to cancel. This is going to hurt. I know Hollow knows corner routes too. Just goes for the setup. Nothing wrong with that. We'll reset. Zhang's burst is back. Does he have to use it? Okay, he's just letting it rock, going for a very delayed tech. Oh no! Okay, hold the burst. Man, these are close. Oh no! Ooh, that was a combo drop there. That was interesting. It was the launch and then using the wind to bring her back in to continue or start a new combo. I guess Zhang though just quick on the draw with Makoto's jabs. Okay, oh, this could be. Oh no, a drop that could have been mega. Okay, I don't think there's gonna be any bursting here. Well, actually, you know, Zhang's got the active flow already. I guess he's going berserk. Yeah, look at the barrier gauge on Hollow's side, too. Yeah, there we go. I was going to say the rollout. No, it's not happening. Zhang going up. Oh, not registering scores again. 2-1. the familiarity of these two with each other is evident in these rounds, right? You can see they don't have a whole lot of tricks or knowledge checks they can pull out against each other because they've played each other a reasonable amount. Excuse me. I really like this matchup. I imagine it's hellish for the Makoto player, but like, it looks like fun just because Makoto can move so fast. I'm so used to having to grind my way in pixel by pixel as Tagger, and then she does that, and I'm just, well, here we go again. Oh, interesting. We've seen several interactions here too that just aren't ending the way I imagined that they would. Although, I guess my imagination isn't that good. Oh! See, there is another one. I didn't think that George would go underneath the orb. Yeah, just block it out, be patient. There's always another projectile. Oh no, cornered himself. Yeah, I took the burst. That was so smart to use that triple clone move to thread the needle through the projectiles. And now the relentless pressure in the corner. Oh no, he dropped. Or did he? Was it an American reset? He's got full gauge. Now that was a drop. That was a drop. He could have killed him there. Oh no! Oh my god, the treachery! Okay, the pressure is on. You can see both these guys. Oh yeah. No, it doesn't go full screen! Oh, Makoto! Oh man. Oh, that's rough stuff. Oh, and it's not registering my scores again. Yeah, everybody's reaction is, okay, Zheng is furious that that didn't work. The beatdown in the corner. Yeah, the roll forward is, okay, didn't catch him that time, but you notice these guys know now. That's not happening anymore. Ooh. Man, the run up and Zheng is just a little quicker on the draw there. This ain't gonna finish it. Too much damage scaling. This is off an A button. Wow, that was nice. I don't know why it's not registering scores suddenly, but... Oh, see, there it was again. So the burst against the DP, right, when it's at the apex, like all that happens is a single follow-up. Doesn't do that much damage. Positional advantage, though. It ain't nothing. Oh, no. Yeah, I would have burst there as well. Not, again, positional advantage, plus, like, you're going to eat a massive counter hit punish there. It's probably got a side... Hollow's probably got a side switch in the arsenal. Or I guess you could just do a throw counter. Guarantee it. It would probably be less damage. The purple throws are coming out. The endurance is coming into play here, I think. Ooh. Yeah. That's a fatal counter, isn't it? You could probably combo off that somewhere. Nice. Wow, what a nasty set. These guys are balling. Oh, Zheng has disqualified this stupid thing for the timer. And 1-3Z. Okay. Banging set, obviously. We all loved it. I can't really provide... The only thing I can say is for Hollow, just a little burst management, right? If Makoto is hitting you with a raw DP, unless you're going to die from the second hit, don't burst that. Just let it rock, and then save it for later. Other than that, yeah, like I said before, both these guys are some of the best players, obviously. They're at the end of the tournament. And they've been around for a while. So now we're going to our winners finals, which is going to be Axe Solo, aka Throw Opera TRM. I can't remember the name properly. My apologies. And Zheng, who's just posted up in the room. Okay, so we know these characters. We've seen them now several times each. This is going to be... oh, actually, sorry. I think we only saw Platinum once. And I think we saw Axe Solo eliminate Zheng. So we have the run back here, which you love to see it. Now, a big thing here is going to be, can Zheng block that magic carpet advancing low thing? Because that was the undoing in the last game pretty definitively, right? We'll see. Because I expect this will be very competitive. It is going to be hard to do a bracket reset here, though, right? Because we're getting, it's almost 11 o'clock, so Zheng's been fighting for a while now. All right, so this is a rare opportunity. I'm gonna hit up the chat and let's see who's got who here. No character swerves, thank God. I think my heart could handle it. Oh, we were building the suspense there. Okay, we got 1 for Axel, 2 for Axel. Where's the Squirrel Squad at? I gotta be impartial. You know, I'm just glad that everyone's gonna have a good time. Zhang needs to lock in. Zhang, okay. We're very even in the chat here. Winners finals, beginner bracket number 6. Let's get this money! Oh, treacherous start. Hey, Zhang with... Uh-oh. The defense. Yeah, you know what? That's enough of this nonsense. Oh no! Oh my god, the traps! Perfect. Not an ideal start. Axolo has not cooled down at all. Okay, here we go. Offense starting from Zhang. These are the first hits. Run up and throw. Very based. That's a layer 1 move if I've ever seen it. Okay, we'll see. This is a lot of high-octane offense here. Very good. The burst still on deck. Ooh, we had a little... Oh, that was an interesting way to avoid the trap. Didn't entirely pan out. Okay, this is looking pretty good for Zhang. The burst is gone as well. Okay, there was a... Ooh, I wasn't sure how that interaction was gonna work. Oh, I think Zhang's... Oh, very nice. I think that was a frame trap. I was gonna say, I think Zhang's got to be careful with the where he throws the overhead in the block strings, right? I think it's happening a lot at the same position. Those air-to-air interactions at round start. I'm not good at those. Okay, both players will get a burst here. Oh, it was a little too slow to get a big punish. A little poke. Nice, EA. So not only does that get decent damage, it's usually around 2200, but also puts Makoto into active flow, which gives a damage buff and means that he will almost surely get another overdrive this round, which is huge. It's hard to... I know I brought that up a couple times. That was a good delay tech by Axolo. Wow. That's a big thing in this game, right? Learn to vary... You have a lot of control over the wake-up game. You have to use it. Oh, the big bullet. Uh-oh. Oh, I said he was going to get another burst, but maybe I was wrong. The offense might be too much here. Nope. Wow. I was wrong. Again. Get used to it. Oh, and I got the scoreboards on the wrong side. Bonk. Axel going up 1. But again, okay, we saw round 1. Perfect. Not the same story after that first round, though. Pretty tight. We also saw a lot less of that advancing magic carpet low, though. Yeah, these guys aren't playing no intros no more. We're skipping right past that. Now watch out. No, yeah, I brought up the magic carpet, and immediately... Is that a magic carpet? I don't know anything Platinum's doing is. In those run-up face-to-faces, Zhang is like a gunslinger, man. He's hard to beat. Oh, he's waiting. Delay tech. Ooh, this is going to hurt. Excellent use of overdrive there. Not only are we did we convert the defense to offense, and a side switch, too. Active flow. That's a big swing in resources. Oh, no, that trap's still there. Man, those traps are big-time sillies. Oh, interesting. She low-profiled the jab by Makoto there. These little characters and little tiny bodies with small hitboxes. Oh, no! Alright, so Makoto unfortunately loses access to the panic 5A, and like panic buttons are big. I'm all about panic mashing. So I guess maybe the 2A is the best option here, but that's a hard thing to remember mid-matchup. I love that combo. Here we go. The offense is rolling. Ooh, I was expecting more there. I think there was a drop. I don't know if she can get anything off that little shin kick. Yeah, you know what? I'm not holding that. And no, it's full screen. I don't think it's going to work. No, I got rid of the bullets. That's something. Okay, you know what? Actually, it was a lot, because I think this one's over. Nice. That was good stuff. Okay, perfect for perfect. Platinum and Carl Blaze Blues odd jobs. Yes, very much so. I think Jubei probably falls in that category as well. There we go. Them DPs. Just throw them. Don't take that advice. Ooh, that was a little short. Man, the reflexes on these guys is so beyond what I'm capable of. Nice. There we go. You got meter, use it. Pretty big cash out there for very reasonable damage. And uh-oh. She's escaping. Wow, precision placement there. I'm scared to try to punish that because it's very easy to get hit, right? That was very funny. Reflexes, those are those things that you have when you're in like your mid-20s before you get concussed a few times. That was a very funny escape attempt by Axe Solo. Just didn't quite pan out. Man, we got some games on our hand. These guys are gaming. I'm sure my wife really appreciates it. Oh, the barrage of obnoxious sound effects. Okay, so Zhang now, I think we're seeing more DPMs, right? Like DPs per minute. Ooh, that was so tight. I think he's realized like Axe Solo is heavy on just standing over you and hitting buttons on wake up. It's time to throw the DP. Uh-oh. The diving over those magic carpet moves. I have no idea what Platinum's supposed to be on in those, but all those moves are very unpleasant. I mean, I'm sure they're great if you're playing Platinum. Well, I think there's a missed grab there. Ooh, keep the corner. No, the escape. That Pogo really, yeah, lets her get out of sticky situations. Okay, didn't punish the roll, but stayed on offense. Good with the counter assault and the bat. Oh, that was not a great burst because that bat doesn't lead to anything. Oh, and position loss too. Down to the wire. Okay, Zhang has a ton of gauge though. Can win this with one more good hit. This should be it. Actually, oh, with off an A starter, probably not. Well, you know, I'll just keep going back and forth until we know for sure. See, I knew it all along. Never doubted it for a second. I don't know how much health Platinum has. Probably not a whole lot. Look at how skinny her legs are. This plat color is Sunna from Zenless. I assume this is some zoomer technology that I'm not going to be familiar with. Okay, here we go. We've seen these corner loops before, and they are treacherous. Oh, man. So I was just thinking, I don't know what I would do there as Makoto. Like with the bubble in play. Ooh, look at that. Rides the hammer down. Look at the damage. 4K, no problem. Ooh, I don't know if that was a drop or what, or an attempt at a setup. Wow, good blocks. Oh, you can only block for so long against Zhang, though. And we're back in the corner. Nice. Okay, this is close. Both players have burst. Both players have lots of gauge. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a lot of damage because Makoto's in overdrive. I thought it was... Well. We're getting all the cinematic supers. Okay, and my scoreboard is busted. I don't know why it always does this around the end. Anyway, we know where we're at. 2-1. Yeah, unfortunately the scores, it just breaks sometimes arbitrarily. We know where we're at. Yeah, I don't know what Makoto was actually winding up for there. Oh, okay, there we go. Breaking the purple throws. That's what you want to see. Nice. Well, this is going to be a lot of damage. And ideally end in an EA as well. Oh, no, too late. It's still a lot of damage and the corner. Oh, no. Okay. Took a chance on that burst. Believe in yourself. And you can achieve anything. As we're seeing. Counter slip. See those count... Oh, that ain't working out. The barrier is already up. No. Oh, no! Oh, overshoot. Interesting. I don't know if I've seen that happen before. That gives Zeng a chance. Makoto, 50 meter, like... Yep. The traps is gone. He went for the reset there. Burst is back. Oh, this is unbelievably tight. No. No way. Unless he's pushing the button. No. And the punish. Damn. Okay. Axe Solo going up. Tournament point. Both players are going to get... Well, Axe Solo's already got their overdrive. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Oh, smart evade. Oh, my God. Oh, my mouse is on screen. Apologies. You know what? That'll beat that parry stance there. Okay, the ball is rolling. Oh, no, that was a rare drop from Zeng there. Look at monstrous pressure in the corner, and yet Axe Solo managed to get the escape. That was very impressive. Ooh, the rollout. Okay, we're breaking out some new tricks here, I think, mid-match. Whenever I see that, when I'm not sure what the characters are doing, sometimes I think the person's going for an astral, but I don't think that's going to be happening here. There's not enough gauge, and I think Zeng is too threatening to try to style on. Oh my goodness! That was a deadly read. Oh! Oh man, that's super Sokino. He's gotten really good at that. I remember when we were initially playing, it was kind of a gag that super never hits anything. Or you get hit while you're winding it up. Okay, good, good escape there. Reset the pressure. And those charge hits do quite a bit to the barrier gauge. Oh, wow, that was a good mash. Okay, so with the install state, that cat hammer is an enormous, extremely fast hitbox from the air. Like, oh, is this it? I think this is it. Yep. That cat hammer. Hammer time. That's a wrap. Wow. Outstanding games, both players. Good stuff. And that's it. We have our Layer 1 number 6 champion, Axe Solo, coming in with the Platinum the Trinity and taking the win. Zeng coming in second. Very well played by both players. This is another one where obviously I have no meaningful improvement or advice that I can offer because both these guys are really, really good players. And then, as is custom in Layer 1, congratulations to Axe Solo for winning. Now never play here again. You're no longer welcome in the brackets. It's just because you've proven. You're no longer a beginner, right? So ideally, when people win these, they now move on to intermediate level play, which we have links for inside of our Discord. So hopefully you see Axe Solo playing some games on like TMN or the Raven Online or other things that cater to more intermediate level play. That was a very good tournament, and we finished in just shy of 2 hours. Good stuff. And also, I think we only had one crash from BBCF the whole way, which is a record. This is by far the least technical problems we've ever had. So that's a plus. Things are looking up in the world of Layer 1 beginner brackets. Okay, you can pronounce it Axelo. Oh, it's a play on words. Do you... Oh, wait, he's in the chat. Do you play Axel in Guilty Gear? I don't know if you can hear me now. Anyway, Axelo is our winner, so I've got the pronunciation. He sure does. Okay, outstanding. See, this is like B Form, and I had no idea how I was pronounced it. There was a number. How was I supposed to pronounce that? Anyway, congratulations to Axelo. You know Axelo. Now I'm going back to my previous pronunciation. Axelo. Axelo. While you're here, which character do you want drawn by Takun? We might as well get it live. You don't have to decide on the spot, though, if you want to think about it. I think it's supposed to be a BlazBlue character. Jen did the commission, so I think she wanted BlazBlue characters. Makoto. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to say she's not aesthetically pleasing. Yo, shots fired. Shots fired. Damn. He went in. Oh. I'm not reading that one out loud. All right. Okay. So Axelo is thinking about what he wants done from the art department from Takun. Let's quickly flip back to the shill screen here. Let's talk Takun real quick. Again, please go poke his stuff. I am pointing at the screen right now as there's a webcam, and there isn't, but you get the idea. Please go and check this guy's stuff out and boost it, right? He's an awesome artist. He's in the local area, and he is supporting Layer 1, and that's like, this is as close to sponsorship as I think we're ever going to get. Big shout out as well to Smart Esports. Oh, and we've got a decision. We want Art of Izanami. Interesting. Evil. But, I mean, you know what? Let's pop it. Pop it while we got it. Yoink! Now, we're not going to get this exact illustration, but it may be something similar. Who knows? In any case, that art will be done by Takun. So, thanks again to Takun. Big thanks to Jen for making the bracket function at all, and Smart Esports for helping out with all this stuff. I never could have done any of this without them. And, of course, big thanks to all the Layer 1 soldiers. Salute to everybody that showed up and everybody that watched. Please do come out to our events. The next one is coming up. Let's talk that real quick again. Okay, so practice lobbies. Come out on Thursdays. It's every Thursday. Unfortunately, because of my wagey schedule, I can't make it. I always miss 2 in a row, and I make 2 in a row. Right? So I can't personally make it to all of them, but people show up to all of them. Sometimes we get a lot of people. There was one time we had like 30 people. Usually it's a lot less than that. And people filter in and out throughout the night. We say we start at 8, but if you want to come earlier, just jump into our matchmaking channel and tell other people you're going to show up. We play in the online lobby section. There's a pinned post that tells you how to get to the lobby that we play in. And it's just casual games. We try to roughly do some matchmaking or get people experience with matches they've never played. And if you're like brand new, I will voice chat and teach you how to play this game, like the very basics, the fundamentals, because we need to ensure that the Wheel of Fate never stops turning, and the only way to do that is greasing it with the blood of new players. And then our next bracket is on May 5th, 2026, the same time, 8 p.m. Please do come out. Our previous winners are disqualified, so Axelo is gonzo, so he joins our pantheon of winners in our Hall of Champions, which you can also look at. Excuse me. Our Hall of Champions on our Discord channel, where we have fun little graphics that show you who won the previous ones in the style of this one. You get one of these when you win Z. We got the character's crest in there, and the fun... I usually use the render from the Dark War, like the mobile game, because they're all really nice, and they're not seen as frequently, so that's what I usually use for those. In any case, that gives you an idea of what we're up to. Again, please come out for the practice on Thursday. If you have any interest in BlazBlue, this is for new players by new players. So we have some more experienced players now that do come out and hang out and teach as well. And a lot, like shout outs to Livelong, Freya is very helpful, and then our previous champions as well. Some of them, especially Best Spy in the Universe, he comes out and he's very helpful with a lot of the new players. So we're very thankful to have built this group of champions that can impart their wisdom on other newer players and help elevate everybody's game. And again, my hope is within like 2 years, the entire BlazBlue tournament scene is just flooded by Layer 1 soldiers sweeping top 8s. But that's it for me. Obviously, my voice is on the way out, so we're going to call it a night, a nice even 2 hours, and hopefully the VOD stays intact. I'll post that on YouTube if you want to have a look at it. I usually edit that down a bit, take out some of the shilling screens, so you don't have to... I show them once, and that's enough. Anyway, that's it for me. My name is Andy, aka Ghosts. Please find us on Discord. The links are all over the place. There's a link tree. If you're watching us on Twitch, there's a link there. Join us. We're only a little bit weird, and we have a good time when we play. Have a good night, everybody.